Oh no. Oh no, my hair. Yes. Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome to Dungeon Sphere. Also, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there and father figures out there as well. None of us on stream are fathers, but I have been called daddy before, so...
Ew, gross.
I block a DM just asking for a friend. Just out of curiosity. You're gonna get heckled all night, Deb.
So as you can see, we are missing Jacob today. RIP. Everyone F in the chat for Jacob. He'll be back next week, but F anyway. I forgot to change the overlay to level 2, but we're kind of in an in-between point between level 1 and level 2. You're probably going to be in level 2 by the end of the day, so that's cool. But how did we get to level 2? Fans, you might ask. Last episode, I think it was 2 weeks ago, right?
Million years ago.
Was it 2 weeks ago, Deb?
I think it was, because I went to Chicago.
Why was it?
I had things to do, people to see.
Dev has a life, and he has friends outside of us, which I take
also,
offense to.
Yeah.
I also got to insult a racist.
Well, at least there's
in Chicago. I told him that he looks like trash, because he was bragging about being rich. So I'm like, if you're so rich, why do you look like trash? So anyway, it was... very fun. But before that, the week before that, we played. Team Reaper exited the checkpoint, which is the kind of like small makeshift town that you can enter after a challenge room for rest, relaxation, shopping, what have you, and sought out the Exit Guardian, a mighty, disfigured, and vile Fomorian, who also came with multiple minions to fight that the team wasn't aware of. So I was happy about that. Team Reaper, however, conquered the Fomorian's room and received a great reward. And now, we return to Team Reaper in the safe zone, where a rest and respite awaits them between levels. And our team also gets the chance to go into certain special training rooms where they get to learn their signature moves, practice moves that they came up with specifically for their characters, and within some sort of guidelines, but everyone here is experienced and kind of knows the game well enough to be able to create something flashy and exciting for the character to utilize. And so, they also will practice their 6th level abilities because got some cool stuff from that because they went up to level 6. So am I missing anything? Is there anything else?
I'm pretty sure I remember a Cobalt War Machine.
That was from last week.
That's from last week, yeah.
Although I'm really sad that that Moxie cannot drive that.
If anyone wasn't here last week to see Melissa's awesome one-shot, it's on YouTube. Go watch. It was so much fun.
We got a food truck, so go see how that happens.
Yeah, I kind of am sad that I missed it, actually. That sounds awesome. But in terms of Dungeon Sphere, the show that we are currently in, let's go to Umbrin and Braina, who had been left out of the Moxie and Canary duo heading towards the training rooms. Vrexel, however, will say that he wants to go to his own training room. After some talks with Umbrin...
Yeah, but before Vrexel leaves, Umbrin's going to give him the Hell Wasp Stinger, because he promised to make me a dagger of venom.
Yes, I think I can work with this. And then he takes it and he says that he will go to the training room and it might take him some time to work. But because of the time differences between here and the training rooms and the outside, he should be able to catch up if you were to leave without him. So that is what he says before he bids his adieu and goes into his own training room.
Bye, Vrexel.
Back to Braina and Umbrin. Anything you two would like to do?
You know what these special moves are all about? I have not heard, or I've not really seen anything.
Is this something that happens every year on the Dungeon Sphere, or is this like a brand new thing? Def.
Oh, you're asking me. I thought you were asking
Yeah,
Braina.
Def. That's not Umbrin's voice. That's Yuri's voice.
Yeah, no, Quinn actually mentioned that this is the first time that they're doing it when he appeared when you first got here.
Because I mean, I'm pretty good at hitting things, but I don't know how you make that special.
Oh, you could make it special so many ways. Look at what I do when I hit things. That's pretty special. But do it your own way. A little, ghost magic. It's a joke. I'm sure you'll think of something.
Okay, well, I think I'm gonna go. Maybe Grandmalina has some thoughts, and Brenna will walk to one of the rooms.
As Brenna leaves, Umbrin remembers Lord Silverna saying to try to make better friends with your teammates, and he's like, maybe later. And describe to me like the open area again.
Open area it appears as kind of like a Japanese garden with like the bridges and the ponds, several different ducks, different trees that are hanging over. There's rocks evenly placed in certain areas to make it seem really cute, relaxing. You hear the trickling of the water, and there's some fountains here and there. Very natural setting, very comfy. Like if you were to sit on the grass, if you had nerves and skin, you would feel very soft and like you're laying on a almost a blanket in a sense. The paths all lead to this almost like open air building that has different pillars and the different roofs and ceilings, but there's always sort of like an opening in the ceiling so that you can get the light from above. There's rooms for bathing. There are rooms for cooking, whatever you want. So it's really cush, really cozy. Yeah.
As everyone else leaves to go start their special moves, Umbrin's gonna sit down on the side of one of those pools and kind of like put his feet in the water and just kind of replay literally everything that happened during the dungeon to, figure out what we could have done better and kind of like strategize and go through all the stats that our team kind of came up with and just like take a moment to zen if he could.
All right. Brenna, you enter into your training room and the room lights up bright. It's all white and you see the door as you go through it. It's very normal looking door, but when you enter this room and you look back at the door, it looks like there's like nothing all around. You can go through the door, but you can also walk around the door. But through the door is to go back into.
It's just like a blank white space.
Yeah, just a blank white space.
Awesome.
As you walk in, you hear a voice speaking to you from above. Welcome to Alerts. To utilize, simply imagine what you want or need, and it shall appear. It's as easy as dreaming. Warning, Nexus is not liable for any negative experiences you may have taken within the training simulator. Per court ruling Nexus versus Morris that declared that any negative experience are self-negligence due to these renderings of your own thoughts and mind.
I can hurt myself in here?
Potentially. But you can also imagine healing.
Okay.
You will not actually take any damage in here, but whatever pain or trauma you feel is not our liability. Welcome to Lucid Image Rendering Training Simulator, also known as LERTS, by Nexus Technologies.
Okay. So Brenna is going to imagine that her rage doesn't stop. So she's going to rage and her ancestors are all going to pop up. Totally chill.
So your runes and your tattoos all light up and all of your ancestors burst out of you like they normally do. And they all appear and they're all looking around like, hey, oh, hi. What's up? They're greeting each other.
Okay, hey everyone. So I have an assignment that I'm supposed to make something, I don't know. But I need to figure out things that I can do that might be fun. And I'm not sure exactly what to do. So if anyone has thoughts, that would be cool. And I think Brandon would spend time coming up with thoughts so we can move on to someone else for now.
Oh, okay. And we'll leave Brayna to figure things out and turn to Kanari and Moxie. Brayna, you will have maybe a little bit of time to do something, because when Moxie and Kanari enter their room, the room is dark, but full of stars all around. And as you walk through the door, it appears to be on this almost like translucent bridge that feels sturdy underneath you. And the door appears as though a normal door floating in space at the end of this like mostly translucent, but still noticeable enough to know where to step type of bridge. And this is where you and Moxie, or Kanari and Moxie, enter.
This is nice.
Isn't this supposed to be a training room?
Well, you can train on a bridge just as easily as you could train in a room.
Okay, you're not wrong, as I have done extensive bridge training, but...
I know. I healed your ribs a couple of times when you fell down on the bridge.
Okay, well, sometimes they're not that sturdy. That's not my problem. That's a poorly built bridge.
I know, we talked about it. Never mind. This one feels sturdy, though, so I don't think you'll probably get hurt unless... Well, I don't think we get hurt. Well, I'm a cleric. I don't really know if that matters, but I got spells. I can just... Kanari just kind of fiddles her hands and just Stardust kind of flies off of them.
I need both of you to give me a perception check.
Oh. That's a 12 for Kanari.
That's really low for you.
Yeah, I have a higher passive perception than I rolled.
I got a 17.
Oh, thank God, one of us is...
Someone's paying attention.
The two high wisdom characters are in the...
So Kanari is like so busy trying to like make Stardust and whatnot as Moxie catches something moving out of the corner of your eye.
Did you see that?
See what?
There was something kind of like over in that direction, I think.
It was a dark, formless shadow moving around.
It was like a weird shadow or something. You didn't see it?
No. But shadows normally aren't...
You start hearing whispering. Wicked whispering.
Do I understand it?
Yes, but Moxie does not.
But she kind of like hears the weird whispering, just not...
You hear the weird whispering, you just don't know what it's saying.
Okay.
And as the whispering actually gets closer, and you see two shadows, and then a few more. And as you look all around you, you're seeing these dark, formless, foggy creatures that almost appear to be made of tendrils, but then you see different forms come out of them every so often, large monstrous forms, and you hear them whispering.
The gateway has been given a protector. She was sent a light born. It is awakening. It is awakening. The gateway, it is guarded by the light. We must tell the others. The dark hate the light. The light born and the gateway.
Can I turn undead? Just as like a... Kanari's kind of like, no, and just slams her hands out.
So a pulse of this the spiritual energy lashes out, and you turn, or the creatures turn and they look at you.
It sees us. It sees us. Retreat, retreat.
And as they begin flying away in a specific direction. Kanara, you look out and you see a flickering light. And it starts getting closer, running towards you. And it's your Quori spirit, the one that you've seen earlier. And you hear her yelling, "There! Danger! Dead! The dog!" As she flickers, the sentence is breaking up, and as she's trying to like send a message to you through a spotted connection. They will trust your lightborn. Darkness coming soon. Next. And then she gets too close, and then her form just vanishes. And you start to connect that those dark spirits, those dark things that you were seeing in the shadows, and were dark Quori spirits.
Awesome.
Do you know what's going on?
No, not at all. Maybe some meditation's in order. I always get to the center. Don't give me that look.
And suddenly the room flashes and everything is white. Welcome to Alerts. To utilize, simply imagine what you want or need and it shall appear. It's as easy as dreaming.
Which one
Nexus
of
is
us
not liable for any
imagined
negative experiences
that
you
bridge?
may have within this training simulator per court ruling Nexus versus Morris that declared that any negative
I
experiences are
don't
self-negligence
think
due to
I
these being
did.
renderings of your own thoughts and mind.
I mean, it was kind of my thing. I mean, the star doesn't. Did you see a kind of spectral version of me?
I mean, I kind of saw some light, but it didn't look like you.
Yeah, I think I did that. Something's going on in the dreaming dark, or I don't know. Next checkpoint we get to, I should talk to my parents again. I think my dad knows something, or I hope he does.
Well, hopefully. I mean, I guess I could ask the Order. They might know something.
Yeah, I mean, if they know anything about the Quori, it might be a good idea to. I know.
Who knows what they know? They don't tell me anything.
Well, I mean, they theoretically should have a larger library than. I mean, Vrexel's might be. I mean, the Temple of Daenerys might be slightly bigger based on what I saw when I was younger, but.
That's true. I'll still ask though. You know, they've got weird texts up in that monastery thing. Wherever they keep those scrolls.
I think there's something to do with the gate too. And
a gate?
Guardian. I could only hear bits and pieces. They were speaking and you couldn't hear what they were saying, could you?
No, it just sounded like weird sounds and
okay, that. Well, I mean, Undercommon can kind of sound like that, but do you speak Undercommon?
No, that's not really a language we need. In the north, and up on a mountain.
Yeah, that is okay. Well,
I speak Overcommon.
I speak Overcommon.
Elvish. And also Angel.
You remember from these?
I'm not an angel, guys. I'm just a regular human, but I do speak Angel.
I just figured that part out, though. So it's just been a language. Whatever. It's not a big deal.
You do remember from the evil whispering, the gateway has been given a protector. She was sent to Lightborn. It is awakening. The gateway is guarded by the light. We must tell the others the dark hate the light. Those are the things as a reminder. If you didn't catch those earlier, since I saw you taking notes.
I got some of them, would appreciate them either in
chat I'll copy and paste totally.
Yeah.
It's like.
Yeah, I'll post it.
Great.
I'll do it in player notes, actually.
Okay. I'll maybe once we figure out our moves, I wonder if they have a library here. Maybe I should do some reading or see anything, or at least take a break. I don't know what.
Yeah. I mean, I could kind of help you, I don't browse books all that well, but there's something weird going on.
I don't know. There's some battle between light and... I mean, it's always between light and dark, isn't it? It's kind of a...
Yeah, shades of gray don't really fight each other.
Not really. Well, and all Twilight is... Well, I always think Twilight is good. I mean, stars are beautiful.
Yeah, that's true. I guess Dawn would be evil.
Yeah, Dawn just has... Everybody thinks Dawn is good, but Dawn is just a weird... Well, I mean, it's also good. I don't know.
No, it's cold and rude.
Well, it can be kind of nice. I mean, that's when it starts to get warm. Okay,
cold and rude.
I'm gonna lose this argument. Why don't we just start? What is this?
All right. So while Kanari and Moxie begin practicing their signature moves together, we're gonna go back to Umbrin, who has been strategizing, playing it in some water, and resting, I think.
Playing is such a
Oh, yeah.
script term. Non-fitting. I don't know. He feels reluctant to go. He feels like he hasn't been contributing enough to the team, and he doesn't really want to get out there and have to face that. He just spends time he's all well, gonna go do the thing, and then he gets up and he walks around the campus a couple times. He's gonna go do the thing.
Campus. Prepping himself for it.
Yeah. It was mentioned that he could see anything in there, and he doesn't really want to go in to see what's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. He's maybe I stand outside and I work on it. So he's gonna stand outside and work on it because he doesn't want to go into one of the rooms.
That's fair. Oh, that's fair. Yeah. So while you're doing that, Quinn actually appears. Wait, was his name Quinn or Quentin? Quintilius appears.
His name is Quintilius. The name we gave him.
Your liaison.
His name is Quentin.
His name was Quentin Julius, and we named him Quintilius.
I keep mixing up Quentin and Finn and combining them, and it's his name is Quinn. Nope, Quentin appears in front of you, and in his holographic form, he turns to you and asks, "Excuse me, Umbrin, are you okay?"
What's prompted this?
Oh, I have a letter for you.
A letter? I thought we couldn't receive things in the
Well,
safe zone, in between zone.
You're a special case because of your house. A big sponsor of the game, of the Dungeon Sphere, so they get a little bit of special privileges. And so this letter is that special privilege, but you seem to be distressed. Anything dear old Quentin could help you with?
No.
All right,
Hold my hand out for the letter.
You see a slight look of relief over his face. He wasn't excited to try and provide emotional support to a puppet. In his mind, that's what he's thinking.
Calls me a puppet, I'm gonna slice him in half.
And he turns around and he takes a step and then disappears.
I put it in my bag and I don't read it and I keep pacing around.
All right, we're back with Brayna. Brayna, how has your training been?
So she is...
It's actually been a few hours for you by now.
Cool.
By the way.
So things that she's talked to the answers. Okay, so you guys seem like you want to get more in the action. Let's practice that a little bit, I think. So Brayna would have imagined just a ghostly form of someone, I don't know, probably all four of the teammates. So a Kanari, Moxie, Numbrin, and a Vrexel. And I say, okay, I need a little something, and she's thinking, to hit, or try to hit them, and,
So each of them actually look like how you imagine them. So you actually, Moxie's like super buff, like in front of you. And however you imagine the rest, there's like those little tweaks. They're not like perfect renditions, but they're close enough, and they're like real and solid enough where you can touch them. But if you get close, like if you could probably see through them. It's really off-putting, but it's also fascinating.
Okay. Not sure that I like that. But it'll have to do, I guess. Okay. I want just a little thing. I don't know. Maybe a rat or something to go to try to bite one of them.
A giant rat appears in front of all of them, and they all pull out their weapons and prep for a fight, and one of the rats goes to try and eat, let's say, Frexel.
Okay. So as they go and try to do that, Brenda will be like, I don't think so. And one of her ancestors will go out and do whatever the frick that move is called. I don't even know. Which is Spirit Shield. So whatever damage would have been taken would be reduced by 2d6, 9 in this case.
All right, let's say that it tries to do a bite, and its damage would have been 16.
Wow,
and so,
that is a strong rat.
Well, don't imagine it so strong.
It's just supposed to be a little rat thing, whatever you are.
As soon as you think like, oh, it's supposed to be a little rat, it shrinks and deals 5 plus 3, 8.
8. So yeah, Brina's ancestor go and intercedes and mitigates all of that damage. Perfect. That is exactly what that is supposed to do. Okay, so
which of the spirits was this?
Let me pull up my tree. Hold on. That was probably Johann Ironbeard.
Johann Ironbeard appears in front of Vrexel and actually catches the rat's jaws and holds it back before closing it and then pushing it backwards.
Good job, Grandpa Johann. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. Go away, rat.
Then disappears.
Okay.
And the rat is gone.
Cool. Okay, so that's the new thing that I can do, but now I need to figure out. And she'll be talking to. Let's see, who would she talk to? Maybe Great Grandma Lorna.
By the way, we're not counting any damage or anything done in these training rooms as actual stats.
Of course not.
Cool. So Grandma Lorna, I had thoughts on what we could do because I know you guys want to get more involved in this. So maybe if there's a big attack coming, you could just stop the whole thing from happening altogether.
You see a dragon appear, a green dragon, who begins charging at your friends. And then it reels back.
And
you hear the gurgling of the poison.
And whichever person it looks like it's going to be throwing the poison at.
Let's say this time it is Kanari.
I'm like, Great Grandma Lorna, use it yourself. Oh God, I don't even know. It'd be like you're God, she'd be good at poison stuff. So make it so it doesn't hurt as much, and if we did this one, it'd be 1 minute.
She
resistance
said,
to damage.
I've been bitten by 76 snakes. I'm basically immune.
They're dwarves. Anyway.
So she actually charges forward and then runs into the Kanari clone and enters Kanari's body, and this like ghostly wisps circle around Kanari, the replica Kanari, and the poison hits Kanari's skin, and where it would probably like seep in or whatnot, it actually resists it. And did you say that you wanted it immune or just resistance?
So my thought was immunity would come at higher levels.
Okay, so whereas Kanari would take the full brunt of this damage, instead this Kanari only takes half because of the guard of your relative ancestor.
Okay, I like that. Dragon, go away.
I love this.
I really like that, but there's what if there's just a ton of guys here and I want like just a bunch of goblins to surround me?
So you have a bunch of goblins surrounding you. Your comrades, do you want them next to you or not?
At this time, no. I'll be fully surrounded.
All right, there's just a bunch of goblins around
Like
you. They're all holding like little
around
sticks and like holding like rocks.
Mm-hmm. I'll be like, so, and I'll kind of look at,
But they're all in tuxedos, by the way.
Nice. I look at Uncle James and, I'll be like, hey, remember that trick you taught me with the swirling? Perhaps I could hit all of these guys. And I'll just spin around in a giant whirlwind and do a weapon attack to all of the guys around me.
Yeah, so do you want to say that there's a string on the end of your hammer and you can actually hold that and you basically go like that?
Yeah, like the little thing, and then Brayna is like a little whirling dervish and just hits all of them.
Yeah, so area of effects. Everyone within 5 feet of you, they get assaulted by this hammer and get knocked back, thrown away from where you are, and so it's like and
Wilhelm scream.
And they it hits a lot of them.
Cool. Okay, I really like that. Goblins, go away.
You feel pretty sore after that, though.
I'm like, oh, I like that, but like, if I feel like that might hit my friends if they were right by me. I don't know. I have one more thought. Sorry, I gotta look at my family tree again. Great Grandpa Heinrich. I can read my own names.
Yeah.
Heinrich.
Great Grandma Heinrich.
Yeah.
Great Grandpa Heinrich.
I'm ready.
I go. You remember that one time when that rock was rolling down the hill?
Yeah.
And you stopped it from hitting Grandpa Johann?
Yeah, I used my head. Good job.
Best Grandpa! Happy Father's Day, everyone! We have met the best Grandpa!
I go, I wonder if you could help me if one of my friends is getting hit to intervene so I take the damage instead of them. And I will imagine maybe I'll pull one of them swobolds from last week. It's a like super buff kobold.
Super buff kobold appears right in front of you. He says his name is Gurk.
No, he would appear in front of or by teammate and not me.
He appears in front of Umbrin and says, "I'm Gurk."
And he should be attempting to hit, and then when that happens, Brayna
reels
would,
back.
and Brayna would be like, "Not this time, fiend!" and intervene and have the damage hit Brayna instead of Umbrin.
And so, your grandpa says, "I got this," and then he actually calls over some people, and they all put their hands underneath your foot and just throw you.
Perfect.
And you actually get flung, and you're just like a cannonball until
Nice.
you
And I'm
take
like,
the brunt of the blow instead of Umbrin.
Take Umbran's shields anyway.
oh my god.
Okay, so those are my ideas. I have some other ones that would be like making my weapon hit harder and stuff, but that seems boring and not very signature move like. I kind of like these three, but I don't know which one I like the best. So council meeting and move on.
Council the others. No. And then you wanted to go over to the others?
Yeah.
Okay. And we're back to Kanari and Moxie.
So I guess they would have sort of paused their conversation and started like trying out moves.
Yeah, I definitely think that would work.
With Moxie muttering about how much she hates mornings.
All of a sudden, it is nighttime in the room.
Oh.
Everything changes, and you're in a really comfy forest and stars and moon overhead. A light breeze.
Oh, perfect.
I think Kanari would be like, okay, so what are we thinking? Fun, like, I'm probably gonna do healing stuff because I feel like all of us get hit a lot. So probably something with that.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. But extra healing is good.
Extra healing is good. I mean, my spirit was out of my body on this plane. Maybe, I don't know, maybe something like that.
Does that happen often?
No, that's the first time, but there's first time for everything, and it could probably happen again.
That's true.
Or I'll die. I mean, I don't think I can take damage in this room, so maybe might as well try something risky.
I mean, I'm here too, so, I'm not as good at healing, but I could still punch you for some health.
We've talked about you can just put your hand on. It doesn't have to be a full punch every single time. You're gonna punch me again, aren't you?
No, not yet.
It's gonna be a surprise.
It's gonna be a surprise punch.
It's not a surprise if I tell you so.
How about you? What were you thinking?
Oh, well, I was kind of thinking maybe I just add more flips to punching. But maybe that's not jazzy enough. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it would get you to punch harder. I mean, if you have gravity on your side too, you might as well use it. Or motion, I mean.
Yeah, I was just thinking of doing flip and then punching. I don't know if it was really going to help anything.
Well, do you want to try? I don't know. I can.
Well, we
can you jump?
You know what? That's a good question. Let's see. And Moxie's gonna go ahead and try to jump.
In Lurt's Lucid Image Rendering Training Simulator, you can jump as high as you want. And all of a sudden, Moxie just launches up, and then goes, and just.
She's just up there like.
Sorry, look how high I can jump. Naturally, myself, I did this. It's just.
And then after a while, Moxie just lands softly.
I don't think that's normal. But it was fun.
Maybe we should just. Let's do that for a little bit. And just like Kanari just takes off and just starts jumping in midair, just like.
Moxie just enthusiastically nods and also starts and jumps again immediately.
And we're gonna go to Umbrin while you two spend
bouncy house. Just we need a little release. Just
it's just Kanari and Moxie doing a bouncy house. No big deal.
Hey, time works differently. Let's just have fun.
Yeah. Where else are we gonna bounce house?
What if we just stayed here forever and had fun and we never had to go further into the dungeon? It's just
doesn't
a good time for everyone.
Stop time. It just slows down time.
Like,
An hour
slows
in the
down time,
room is
like
an
a
hour
lot.
in the room is like a
I'm-
second in real life.
Has anyone watched Steven Universe?
Yes.
This is Rose Quartz's room,
Okay.
except
Which means
white
it's
instead of
gonna
pink.
get spooky.
I imagine
Well-
at one point Moxie's
already-
just like,
I mean,
Yeah,
it already
right?
is.
I
Yeah.
don't know what spooky is.
at one point Moxie's like, I'm changing my wish. It's gonna be this room, but just in my life.
I want to live in one of the lurtzes, please.
We could probably just, if we win, we
Foxy just
probably
wants
might
around.
have enough money to get one of these.
We could buy
Oh
it.
my god.
Cuts immediately to Brandon. Just
Alert system is actually 500,999 gold pieces.
Or a wish.
So steal it while we're here.
go, go, go.
Anyway,
I'm
back to
gonna run
Umbrin.
into my pocket.
Umbrin stands in front of one of the doors, like considering going in.
You hear a bird chirping and lands on a branch nearby you.
All right, irrelevant information. Because he knows
Umbrin
when he
says
goes
that,
in.
by the way.
Oh yeah. That was Umbrin's voice. That was irrelevant information to Umbrin specifically. Because he knows when he goes in, he knows exactly what he wants. He wants to improve Tasha's mind whip, not just to stop people, but to control them, like a puppet master would. But he only knows like 7 people, and eventually he's gonna have to try it out on one of the 7 people he knows in the room. 5 of them are his teammates. But he confidently strides in, and he's going to stand there and not summon anything for a while. Just let the message play a few times. Before he
You're
summons,
muted.
I'm
Yeah.
muted.
No, I had this.
I was all like, "Oh no, my long drawn out speech."
No, sorry.
I don't remember what I said.
That's why I did this. I did this first, and it did not do
I
anything.
know. I'm sorry. I was just chewing ice and yeah. Anyway, you go in and it's just a blank white room. Nothing appears, as you were very much not imagining anything at the moment. And the message plays, introduces the room, gives the warning, all that. Every so often, if you stand there for long enough, it will be like, it will repeat the message. To utilize, simply imagine what you want or need, and it shall appear. It's as easy as dreaming.
Oh, Kanari doesn't dream. That's why I think out all this stuff. I get it now. I get it. I put it together.
I gotta
Don't
mute
you love the
myself
dungeon
again.
sphere? We explain things when they happen, so you don't have to be left out of the loop.
I think this is the 3rd time I've broken tonight, like horribly broken, just like.
Oh my god, your face
You know-
was so red before.
I think,
What is the
I think
spa day
we-
if not for breaking?
yeah, exactly. This is what this episode is for. Jacob's the one that keeps us together. He's the glue. He's the
We
one-
need him.
He really does.
He's the one that keeps
so
us
on
all
track.
sane.
Umbrin was gonna follow Rexel and be all like, "Why don't we hang out together, Rexel?" And then he's like, "I'm gonna go off by myself and just not be here." I was like, "No, Jacob, come back. We were gonna bond."
You were gonna steal his secrets. Let's be real.
Hey, okay.
Funding.
I've been given two objectives: make friends and steal secrets. I can do both at the same time.
That's fair, you know. All right. So after a period of waiting, what would you like to do? Anything? Currently, anything?
I think about the letter that's in my pack right now, but I don't open it and I don't concentrate on it. I'm gonna summon up the dungeon. I'm going to summon a monster that we fought before.
So the room of the Fomorian appears around you, and instead of the Fomorian, you actually see the 6 thralls that had attacked, standing on the ground before you.
And alone by myself, not thinking of my friends or my master, I'm just going to practice the mind whip of pulling the strings out and wrapping the thralls and getting them just to move like a little bit, just to like start controlling them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna work on that for for
So-
a while.
Yeah, so you begin working on it, and as you really focus and as you really tune into how things work with the spell through your own self and through your own magics, you start understanding more about magical conduits, and that this mind whip is kind of like an extension of your own conduit, and you start realizing how you can sort of like have it attach or start leeching off of somebody else's conduit. And you start realizing that like if you were to have that connection, you can do these things, and you learn and you grow and deeper into it, experiencing more of what you're seeking, what you desire. As you do so, the shadows within you begin to glow a little bit more. More of the smoke is being released as it's taking a toll on you practicing this, but you also feel some sort of like power welling within. And almost to a point where you're almost getting lost in this feeling of power and control until you snap back.
After practicing on the thrill, which is just a simple monster, I'm going to dismiss them, and I'm going to call forward Team Nightwalker.
Team Nightwalker appears in front of you. The bard, the rogue, the monk, the sorcerer, and the ranger, all in front of you. They're all alive. They all look as though you remember them too. So boy looks like this half Braina, half boy like amalgamation. It kind of shifts a little bit until you yourself stabilize it, and among other effects.
So before with the thrills, I was just working on getting them to like move and to do like basic things. Now he's going to go more in depth with like walking, running, attacking, using the special moves that he saw, like having the ranger use her
bow.
Ensnare, yeah, her bow, and like trying to get her to do magic with it, the magic that she had saw. So I don't think we saw anyone else do magic.
The bard
The
did magic, but I don't know if you actually saw the magic.
I wasn't there for it, I don't
Yeah.
think. And just to get a practice on people who don't mean anything.
And I think we agreed that it wouldn't do magic and spells, that it would only do like the physical things.
You said it wouldn't do magic and spells.
Mhm.
Okay. Do you want it to do magic and spells?
I fucking want it to do magic and spells.
Okay. I mean, you're tapping into the magical conduit, so that is how they do the spells and everything. And
You said you didn't want people using fireball, but I wanted fireball.
Yeah. So you start getting a little bit more involved with the small movements, the capabilities of each of these. Takes you a long time. And then after you get this ranger to actually notch an arrow, pull back, and fire it, then we're switching back to Braina.
Oh, hey, that's me. Okay, y'all. Anyone have thoughts? Chew ice faster.
It's cold, it's so cold.
What a time to chew ice.
And I will open this up out of character to everyone. Anyone have thoughts on the three that we did as well?
I can share my. Oh yeah, go ahead, Meg. Meta.
The one in which you got thrown was
Intervene.
Funny.
Yeah,
Yes.
and fantastic.
And that's what matters.
Yeah. I think it's a fun ability. Obviously, I've been a proponent of the whirlwind one.
Mhm.
I do enjoy that one greatly. But flavor-wise, getting thrown by your old ghosts is chef's kiss.
what I think it was your uncle who taught you the whirling dervish.
Mm-hmm.
He says that he can teach you, since you're flinging it around, not just like in a circle, he can teach you how to be very precise and avoid your teammates and only hit the enemies that you want to hit, because it's like
Uncle James, that was my biggest concern with that whole thing. Like, I wouldn't want to hit my friends. That would make me very sad, and you don't want to see me sad, even less so than when I'm mad, you know?
But it's also a good party trick.
Hey.
Yeah, you can be a little bit more precise where you only target your enemies within the 5 feet. Yeah.
Or we just never stand next to Brenna again. I mean, we can all learn how to do that, yeah?
It requires an
I can
action,
do range now.
and when you hit them, it might push them back too, away from you and your teammates, if you want that. But then, we can throw you.
That was pretty fun. Great Grandpa Heinrich. I liked that a lot too.
And then you also talk to various of your members of your family's ancestry. One of them's like, I've been struck by lightning so many times. I can resist lightning now. And you learn about different resistances that certain ancestors have had from various like mishaps, being struck by lightning, falling into a pit of fire.
Dissolved in acid.
But that's why you're my ancestor. Is that how that works?
We all have a little bit of how we died carried into us, and we can make it so that, we're already dead. If we protect your friends, we can't die again. And we can help them resist these things.
You say that until Kanari turns undead. Kanari learns to destroy undead and renders Brenna
I already
powerless.
know it. Whoops. I mean, I feel like we've said that, like, they're not actually ghosts. They're just, like...
Yeah,
Sure.
they're not actually undead.
Yuri just had cannons, everything. Just...
I demand
Umbran
necromancers!
does, actually.
Umbran
Umbran
does,
actually doesn't see the difference. And then Yuri also makes it better.
Listen, Brenna
yes.
doesn't have enough trauma. I want more trauma.
No.
They say that the taking an attack by from a teammate could be done once as a reaction. But once you do it, that takes a lot of energy from them. Each of them seem to take a lot of energy from them. So, but
I can only do once a long rest.
Yeah.
You all make real good points. You're making it very difficult to decide what one would be the best. Oh God, I don't know. I honestly have no idea which one is the best.
It's meta gamey, but I mean, Kanari has access to protection from energy, which gets us the 5 main elemental ones, which can be helpful.
And oh wait, no, just kidding. I don't have anything.
Umbran and Rexel both know absorb elements.
So
That's
I
a
mean,
good point.
it's a cool.
Okay.
I really like it mechanically, but it might. I don't know. That might get rid of one of the, or make it easier to choose one of the other two.
I know
it
none
does.
of my ideas made it onto the list, but I really liked imbuing you with elements from your ghosts. I also really liked if your teammate was fall, you would run to them and you would knock things out of the way to protect them. Also, you could do a drawing, what's that word? Aggro? You could aggro things because nothing cares that you're there and it just walks right past you, like a lot. Since I was doing stats, you've only ever been hit 4 times.
Bowling Braina.
And one of them was you.
Braina bowling.
So if you could
One of
like
them was
draw
you.
fire from things somehow, I forgot to mention it, but that also might be something cool. None of mine made it into the ruling of the
Getting
actual
involved.
things that happened into the show, but hey,
What if?
those are my ideas.
What if? 1 second. What's the ability when you hit somebody they have disadvantage on everyone else?
The spiritual the what's it called? It's called something. It's called feature and trait in D&D Beyond. Let's see.
Yeah,
Ancestral protectors.
Ancestral protectors, yeah.
What if? How about let's go with Whirling Dervish, and you can come up with a fancier name. And every creature that you hit with your Whirling Dervish, this Ancestral Protectors activates on.
I love it. Okay, yes, doing that. Got it. Nailed it.
Perfect. And so all of your ancestors clap and applaud, and yeah.
Perfect. We will
Then
nail
they
down the
imagine
actual
drinks.
mechanics of it.
Somehow they
Oh,
start
that's right.
imagining drinks for themselves and start.
Hey, you
getting
guys,
drunk
you're supposed to
despite
share.
being ghosts.
Share.
I don't think you could have any ghost.
Well,
liquor.
how about this? I'll just imagine it myself, and Brina imagines just the world's largest cask.
It's like big enough where you can like dive into it.
She would 100% do that thing.
You don't actually get drunk from it, but
Well, this is some
it still
crappy
kinda
alcohol.
tastes. And then we're gonna go back to Braina and Moxie.
Kanari and Moxie.
Yeah.
Kanari and Moxie.
We just
Moxie
established
leaves Canary and her creepy ghost things to do herself and goes to hang out with Brina.
No, we're jumping.
Moxie just runs out and like it's like, everybody, did you know you could jump?
Yeah, right.
I
They're
have to
both
go
like
tell everyone.
they're both just like they're bounce houses.
Oh, I think Kanari would eventually like think about it for a second and be like, wait, I've never tried like meditating midair. This could be kind of fun. I think Kanari just like sits down in the air and like imagines there's like a platform there. And I think she's gonna try and connect with her core eye.
You feel weightless as it almost feels as though you're being supported midair. There's no structures or anything, but you're sitting there. And Moxie, you see Kanari just floating, legs crossed, hands on legs, I think. I don't know how
Yeah.
you would meditate. Maybe you do the hands like this.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah. And you've watched Legend of Korra, right? Or like Avatar. So when they meditate and they summon like a past spirit, it just like shoots out of them and appears right in front of them, but facing them. That's what happens with your core eye spirit. It actually shoots out of you and replicates your posture. This happens after several minutes. So not instantaneously, because you still gotta like connect and whatnot. Moxie does see this now.
Moxie's kind of like she was jumping and then kind of stopped higher up, and it's kind of just watching a little bit, thinking. What she kind of like remembers what Kanari said and is like thinking of that like burning feeling that's kind of been coming up lately, especially now that she kind of has an idea of what it is, and so. Kind of like Kanari, she'll kind of be floating up higher still, and she'll also sort of like go to sitting and sort of like try to tap into that like burning feeling that's inside of her.
All right. So as you do that, as you try to tap into it, you start feeling that burning feeling, and when you open your eyes, you're actually glowing, surging with light and power, and it seems to radiate out of your eyes, out of your mouth, out of your ears, through the cracks. It's almost in like full burst, except it's not hurting you, it's not giving you a headache this time. You're not even taking the radiant damage. Because in this area, you're kind of imagining it so it doesn't deal damage, but it also is happening. It's weird. You think it's weird, but that's how it is. And so, Kanari, your choir spirit is now in front of you.
Hi. We kind of talked earlier. You were cutting out. We can address that some other time. I think I might have an idea. I don't want to call on you a ton for a long period of time, just in case that opens a portal again.
Wise.
If I needed you in a moment of need, could you come out like you are doing now?
I am unsure, but I think there is a way. But it's risky. It would be very powerful.
Okay.
You could cause something else to come through.
They seem to already be crowding. I wouldn't be surprised if one of them made it through eventually through some other means. And
Yes.
if I have to prepare, I might as well prepare and face it.
Yes. The darkness is all around, unseen. And you saw it earlier. Because of this room. Something about it is making this possible. I feel real in this moment. She looks up and looks at you, and you brought me here. I believe that this feeling we can utilize to make this happen. But I'm afraid that now is the time where I have to tell you a little bit more about who you are.
Man, I didn't think we'd be doing some soul search.
It's not something you were born into, but something that you fell into when you entered these games. There's nothing that you could do to have foresight. But you, in this dungeon sphere, are being called the Gateway. You are the Gateway.
By the viewer, that's kind of a cool nickname. That's kind of fun. I didn't think that would actually happen. I don't know what.
I know, isn't it? It's actually really
Yeah.
nice.
But so the audience is that's cool. Or is it the dark?
No, the dark spirits, not the audience.
Man,
I'm
You
so
don't
sorry
have a cool
for
audience
misleading
nickname.
you. But I mean, now they might call you the Gateway. Oh, the Gateway Kanari. Woo!
I don't know if I'd want to be considered a gateway. That
Yeah,
just sounds
right.
bad.
It means that while you are here, spirits can come through you from the dreaming dark into here. But only if the gates are opened. And to bring me into the world beyond this room, I believe that you have to open the gates just enough to let me through and nothing else.
okay. So just focus on the sound of your voice. Okay,
Yes.
I can. Okay. Well,
Focus
you're-
on the sound of my voice and of light, of goodness, away from the dark. You must maintain control and focus over your own minds and emotions. For any darkness or any wicked thoughts that come through could mean you draw the dreaming dark here.
Okay. Kanari just has a pen, just avoid darkness.
But
Breathe
luckily,
in the light. Just
She writes it
Luckily-
on her hand and it gets smudged.
I believe that my people, those good spirits who bonded with the Kalash Star, I believe that they predicted this. Soothsayers, tellers of the future might have seen this. And that is why they sent you a protector. A
protect.
Lightborn. She gestures over to Moxie, who is now glowing radiantly.
Oh my god. And I think Kanari is immediately just leaving the conversation and sprinting down to Moxie, just being like, okay, we're going. Just, what? What is this? Are you glowing? What? You didn't tell me
Yeah.
you could do this.
I didn't know I could. It's really fun.
Oh, is this your... I really respect the flipping, but this is a lot cooler than flips.
What if I was flipping and doing this?
Kanari, as you get closer, you actually feel like you're burning. You're not taking any damage, but you feel like it's too hot to get close to Moxie at this point.
Okay, so I'd probably be 30 feet away from her, just yelling at
I
this.
don't know, what's the radius of that?
It's only 10 feet.
Yeah, so around
15.
10 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the Korai with me? As we're seeing this?
If you imagine her to be, she will be.
I do.
She's there.
Oh, hey, that's the spirit you were talking about, right?
Yeah.
Hi, Moxie.
I feel like her eyes are just really open wide, but they're all just glowing.
There's just pure white. Just...
Golden
Okay.
white.
So,
You know, I feel like Moxie's my best friend since I pretty much am you, and you are me. Moxie, do you want to be best friends?
Yeah, and we're the 3 best friends that anybody's ever had. I've been wanting to sing this song, but there has not been 3 of us.
The other 3 don't count. They're losers.
It's just
To be exactly 3 people.
Still included in that. Okay. Okay. Asimard. Lightborn. Those are the same. Lightborn, Asimard. They're
It depends on your language. Lightborn is how we translate it.
in Korai?
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
Translated to Korai, translated to common.
Oh. They did the weird. It's not a direct. They did the weird. Okay.
Yes.
We really have to get better translators. Anyway, yeah, Korai, Moxie, Korai. And she waves back at Moxie. They're just standing there just...
Hi. I don't actually have a name because I am Kanari, who is me.
R2.
I was gonna say that.
You what?
Kanari 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Kanari too. You can call me Kanari too.
Okay.
Or you can
I
call
will.
me,
Call her Canary.
or you can call me Iranak.
I'm sorry, what?
Iranak. Yes. Kanari
Is
spelled
that-
backwards.
Ear neck.
Iranak.
Iranak.
Iranac, Iranak.
Iranak.
How do I spell my own name? There it is.
I'm looking on the stream, and that's how I was able to do it.
Okay. Iranak. That's
Yeah, it works. It has a ring to
I could have called her Canary, though.
it. Moxie. You're glowing.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. It's a little burny, but it doesn't hurt me. Just trying
So-
to think of what to do with it.
So that means that she's awakened.
What?
awakened?
Does she have her memories back yet?
What?
No.
What?
How do you know about my memories?
Kanari.
Well, we're kind of the same. I feel like... Did you mention... Wait, you had... I thought you said you couldn't remember last night at the bar or the in your bathroom.
That's
Was
true, but I also remember nothing before I was 10. So
Mood.
Oh.
have we never talked about that before?
Well, I mean, I think you probably mentioned it, but it was maybe when you were passed out. So I was just trying to I was trying to comfort. You were kind of babbling.
Oh, I remember that night.
I don't.
You were passed out, which is why I didn't think much. You don't have memories from before you were 10? Oh, no. Okay.
Nope.
That actually makes a lot more sense.
Does it?
Well, I mean, you never mentioned anything before the age of 10, so yeah, that would make sense.
Okay, well.
It's like you just
Okay.
appeared, just fully, just
Yeah,
into the world.
I appeared at the Order of the Owls. I've said that before.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't quite know exactly what your origins are. I just know that you were the one sent to protect Kanari.
Well, yeah, I've been protecting her this whole time, duh. Best friends.
But that is your purpose. The Quarai of the good. They made sure that things were put into play that led you, a Lightborn, Azamar, into Kanari's life. Because they knew that Kanari would go into the dungeons here.
What is she talking about?
Oh, dang.
I need to talk to Celestian. I think Istis is up to something. I know she is. They're
What?
the pantheon of gods. It's just none of her mind. And also, Cora, I thought one deity was not. Well, you're not a deity. You're me, but I'm you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is hurting my head.
Oh, do I get to be a deity?
I mean, you're glowing.
Hail Moxie!
All of a sudden, Moxie's like 100 feet tall.
And then she jumps.
No. Yes.
Okay, we are finding out a lot about each other. Can you just can you go over to Roxy and can we try the healing? I mean, I know there's no damage, but it would be. You could try and see if it would work.
I could do damage. Moxie has come back down and is her normal size again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do you want to punch yourself in the face and then...
No! And then she just kind of like glows brighter and takes, I don't know what I'm at right now.
Her
like
skin
5.
starts like searing. She's not actually taking the damage, but it hurts. And she's feeling it.
Oh god!
Aw.
And Kanari reaches a hand out and sends her Korai Iranek out to Moxie's side.
Iranek steps forward, almost becomes like a wisp with a large tail. You see almost the form of the more lobster-like version of the Quarai, with the multiple eyes, the multiple claws, the tail, just for a second as she lunges forward and then places her hand upon the wounds of Moxie. And the wounds start to heal back up as you do the healing.
That's 10 points of healing. That's fun. Also, did Kanari just like channel Wendela or something? Just like
That's what Korai look like.
oh, what?
Yeah, you didn't know you picked a giant space lobster when you picked your class Wyatt? You weren't ready for that?
It was my race, Yuri.
Your race. I'm sorry. I couldn't think of the word in time.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to know what Kawaii actually look like, Google it. It'll look
I
wonderful.
don't
And for the
know,
cast,
as it turns out.
cast, I'm gonna post into handouts.
Don't do it. Don't do
You
it.
don't have
You have to
to.
go look at the
I don't
giant
want
space
to know.
lobster.
Wow.
I don't want to know.
That's inside of you.
Oh,
When
God,
you phrase
I have
it like
to look
that,
it
I
up.
don't want
Canary,
it.
put that away. That's not a
No.
lobster. Deb, you've deceived me.
It's
It's
got
a
a lobster
horrifying
claw.
No, I
monster.
hate it. I
like
hate it
a-
so much.
It's like a snake.
I
No.
love it.
Scorpion.
That's-
That's definitely a
No.
snake scorpion if I've ever seen a snake scorpion with a bajillion eyes.
So the
That-
thing is that they're actually, these creatures are an amalgamation of everybody's dreams and nightmares. And so that's
Terrible.
why it looks like this. It's like,
Well,
I fear
Um,
for humanity if that's the nightmares.
That lobster claw is definitely all Moxie.
this is a normal Quarai. There are also much more powerful Quarai who, if they were to like try to inhabit Kanari's body, she would explode.
Okay, well we can't have that.
I don't like it at all.
That is
But
bad.
normally,
Oops.
I'm gonna
Or,
contact Wizards of the Coast and tell them that's bad.
dare
normally,
you.
Kanari's Quarai spirit looks like Kanari, but like a little off with like maybe you can see the remnants of the different features. But
Sometimes one of those
lobster claw
forehead
once
eyes
every
pops
while.
in.
yeah,
Yeah.
but she flies up and she performs the special healing on Moxie.
That feels
So,
great.
Mine works, and I think yours does too.
I mean, I'm really just glowing right now, and to be honest, part of me thinks like I can do this regularly.
Okay, so let's.
Hmm.
I have a suggestion.
Yes.
Focus it. Focus all of your energy to a specific part of your body. See if you can control, since this is just all over and overwhelming.
Okay. So Moxie's gonna like sort of kind of pause and feel where like the burning is and sort of send it out to her fists, and then like the energy kind of drains from her and goes like all to her fists.
It takes a few attempts. So there's sometimes where it like seems to start moving towards your fist, but then lashes back, and then moves, gets a little bit closer, lashes back, but then suddenly you're able to focus your breathing, and the glowing goes all the way into your fists, and the tattoos, the Eldritch tattoos, begin to glow the golden hue of this power.
Tingly. And then
We're gonna. Oh, sorry. I was actually gonna
then
go
she'll
back
just
to
punch.
Umbrin. Umbrin, how are you doing?
Umbrin has just watched the last member of Team Nightwalker fall, as he's been having them deal damage. And what he does is they deal extra psychic damage, but they also take that psychic damage with every hit that they do. And he has watched one by one as they have fallen to that psychic damage.
All right.
And he
You
clears
are-
them away off the ground.
You're almost like steaming as like the shadowy wisps and vapors are fuming out of you.
And he summons Brenna.
Brenna appears in front of you.
And he looks at Brenna. And he just misses her. And then he summons Rexel,
Frexel appears.
brings up his hands, and he just misses him.
Moxie, Canary,
He summons Lord Silveronia,
Lord Serona, appears in front of you.
holds out his hands, and he throws the threads, and then they snap back. And Umbrin gets wrapped up instead.
Still not strong enough, Lord Serona says. Serona.
Umbrin can't move, and he can't talk. He can't concentrate. He's just a puppet again.
And then Lord Silronia approaches or starts walking up to you and starts saying good things about you. Oh, Umbrin, you've been such a good boy. I am so proud of you. He's saying this like almost mechanically. And he gets close and he raises his hands and then your body moves with it. And then he starts making you dance a little bit. And then I give it back to you.
Finally able to work himself free, Umbrin dismisses Lord Silronia, and he falls onto the ground, and he pulls the letter from his bag to read.
So the letter is a message from Lord Silronia. Dear Umbrin, I witnessed your grand success over the Fomorian and his ghastly minions. You and your team were quite excellent, though I do believe that there is room for improvement. Remember, I am proud of you, and you have performed most excellently. Keep working hard. Keep going. Rely on your teammates, and remember, strong French bonds of friendship is the most efficient way to secure safety and to show off your skills. Best, Lord Silronia.
Umbrin folds the letter back up, puts it back in the envelope, puts it back in his bag.
Something
Stands up.
falls out of the envelope and hits the floor and bounces a little bit. It's like a small pearl.
Crouch down and I pick it up.
Happy belated birthday.
Is it okay? Is it one or is it a set?
It is one.
Is one. He sent me one earring.
He sent you one pearl.
Sent me one pearl. Is it attached to an earring?
No.
Oh, Dev, that's not.
Oh, you can make it into one.
I asked for magic earrings for my birthday.
You begin to imagine them as an earring, and it actually splits into two earrings that counts as one pearl of power.
Thank you. That's all I wanted.
The room works with you.
Thank you. Umbrin will clasp it in his hand as he stands up and he walks out.
Brayna! Have you been practicing your whirling dervish?
Yeah, so she's just got, there's just like piles of goblins, dead ones, just sitting out. And she's like, okay, one more time. This time, I want Moxie to come stand right here. And the super buff Moxie comes and stands like kitty corner. And then, okay, 7 more goblins around. I need to practice, make sure I don't hit. And then she'll go around and do the thing and not hit Moxie and do all the rest of them. And okay, guys, remember, when the hammer hits, you go and harry the each one. Because if they don't hit me, then they are going to have a hard time hitting my friends, okay? Okay. And then she goes to do the whirling dervish.
One of your ancestors stops you after hitting multiple goblins, and then the ancestor says, well, if you can handle some goblins, maybe you can handle us. And all of your ancestors like start cracking their knuckles. They all want in on this.
Heck yes. Okay. Ready?
We think this is our only time to do this.
Heck yes. Heck yes. My brain's super excited.
And then they all start charging at you.
Let's do it! Rah!
Clan Ironbeard!
Clan Ironbeard!
And then you just start smacking the dwarves away.
Yeah.
avoiding your friends and whatnot, and then we'll go back to Moxie and Kanari. Your fists are glowing.
I need something to punch.
Boy appears in front of you.
Yeah. And she like immediately punches him.
How many times are we gonna beat this dead horse? How many?
Apparently one
Well,
more
he's never
time.
changed-
'Cause
He's never changed into a horse, so we'll never know.
do you want to make him into a centaur? And like Kanari
Oh.
stabs her fingers and like
He becomes a centaur. You're both in this room, so as Kanari suggested, it just happens. And as you hit Boy the centaur, your fist explodes in a burst of radiant energy, and he gets like hurt. I don't remember the other effects. But he gets hurt.
Radiant damage, yeah.
Oh yeah, so the radiant damage bursts and it actually sears his skin. So one of your fists, like, it continues to glow. Your other fist is a little bit brighter.
Okay.
You think that you might have a limited use to this?
Okay. So Moxie would then sort of like back up a little bit and try to punch with the tattoo to see if that sort of also works, or is it just like her straight attacks?
As you punch with that tattoo, the tattoo seems to be infused with the radiant energy and gets shot out with it and strikes the target, Boy, the centaur, now. And it bursts on contact.
Okay, cool. So she'll like punch Boy a couple more times until sort of like all of the radiant damages or like the radiant burning is gone.
Takes about a minute. You feel pretty exhausted, pretty tired from that. But do you want to do the potential mishap? Like do the wisdom saving throw? I think it's the wisdom. Right?
Yeah, so we wrote it as I have to roll a D100.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so we could just kind of go with like it triggering. She'll like try to trigger it again, and it like doesn't quite work. And so instead of it sort of like appearing in her hands, she sort of like tenses up, and then like radiant energy just sort of starts like this like searing radiant light just pours. It's like pouring out of her eyes and her mouth.
It starts singeing her skin a little bit again.
And there's like so around her about 10 feet out, there's just this like bright light followed by some dim light. And yeah, so she's kind of burning from within a little bit. And so she'll try to calm herself down. Since she can't quite get it into her fists once it's that level of like intense. Oh, I don't think that's gonna. She's probably not gonna be calm.
And Kanari, Iranek has started giving you some more explanations of the gateway and says that it has to be done during your Twilight Sanctuary. Right? That's what we agreed to? Or was that?
I didn't have it as that. If you wanted to change it, we could, but I mean, I
thought that like that Twilight Sanctuary was the gateway. I thought that's what the description was. I might have gotten that wrong. But I thought that like when you do the Twilight Sanctuary, that's also you like opening up the gateway and then allowing your Quori spirit to exist within that Twilight Shroud to go heal and do the things.
we can talk about it.
Yeah,
and
that
see.
doesn't have to be it. That's just what I was picturing.
I was thinking they're a little different just because of
Okay.
just
The gateway
kind of
could-
her drawing different
Yeah.
powers, but we can talk about it for sure.
The gateway can also just open up from inside of you, and the Quori spirit can just shoot out of you. There's that too.
I don't know why that tickles my funny bone, but it just does. Oh God, we need a break. Oh my goodness.
We are gonna
That
take a
lobster
break.
claw just comes out,
Yeah.
all
I hate
alien like. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Chest burster. All right. So with the signature moves and the training and everything completed, we will actually go ahead and take our 10-minute break. I didn't have to pee after an hour this time. I'm really proud of
Good
myself.
job, Dad. I feel like that's progress. Also, before we go, I want to show everyone's Roxy's angry face. Look at her angry face. She's so mad. She's so mad.
She's mad at fake Lord Silrona.
She's so mad that I made her
Did
get
that
off
to
my shoulder.
myself.
Yeah, you
Had
did. Ah!
I'm here
Oh,
for
anyway.
the trauma.
Anyway,
Trauma.
beautiful. So we will go ahead and switch into our break. So producer Ryan, we love you and thank you, and take us out. Hello. And we're back. Welcome to Emotions
And trauma.
and Trauma and
And oh God, why did you do this to yourself?
Bouncy Houses.
Yeah, the best houses.
And just
Happy house
so many dead goblins.
So many
So many
ghosts.
dead goblins.
Also, just
so-
like a Iron Beard brawl. Just
It's amazing. There's just piles of people, and then you see Brandon go, "Rah!" and everyone flies
You
back.
could say it's a beard room blitz.
Oh my god.
Oh.
It's the Beard Room Blitz. That's a parody.
So you can
Good
sing
job,
it.
Jeff.
So is there anything else any of you would like to do in your alerts rooms?
A
Brina-
couple more minutes of jumping.
Brina is fully after the brawl is finished, is having full sit down convos with like all of her dead relatives that she hasn't spoken to since they died.
Yeah, you have some pretty good combos. You learned a new way to mash potatoes.
Oh, I didn't. That just did not go where I thought it was going.
It is with your Warhammer, so
I mean, it's what is it? What does the potato masher have? Like the little triangle things on the end? I don't know. Yeah, it's
Are
got that.
potato mashers the curvy ones?
they can be.
I don't
pretty.
know.
I
don't know, my
the-
husband
the
does all
meat
the
That's
mallets
more
are the ones with
modern.
the little triangles. Yeah.
maybe. Yeah. I'm gonna get
I've
me
seen it
mallet.
both ways.
So you all seem to exit at the same time. You all leave the doors. and you
Umbrin
look
came
at
out
it-
first. Umbrin is actually back at the pond that he was at before. He's taken off his cloak and his shirt, and he's sitting at the bottom of the pond.
Yeah, okay, we'll do that. So Umbrin is at the pond, sitting there, just looking out. And
Fully
then-
underwater, Yuri.
Fully underwater,
Fully underwater,
sitting at the bottom,
taking a bath.
not needing to breathe.
Braina comes out next, but slowly after Braina right after Braina comes out, Moxie and Canary also come out.
Oh my god, guys, that was so awesome! Did you guys have any fun things happen with yours? Because I
Did
beat
you
up
try
all of my
jumping?
guardians. Huh? Did I?
Did you try jumping?
I called in just like so many enemies. It was great, and I like whacked them with my hammer, and then I did it again, and then the stack of goblins was like 3 times as tall as I was. I didn't even know I could get them that high.
But did you try jumping?
But did you try jumping?
They made a
Did-
bounce house.
We bounce housed quite a long time.
I also.
I did not know that was an option. Though
We could
I
go
gotta
back
say,
in.
I feel like my pile of goblins is pretty freaking cool.
You
That is
actually
Yeah.
all emerge with 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh no.
That's why Umbrin went to go sit in the bottom of a lake.
Well, we're gonna go to bed anyway.
This was very taxing, so
Oh, but oh my god, I was swinging my hammer so much. I'm so freaking tired. I don't know. You guys tired? Should we do we go take a nap? Like, I feel like I'm 5 and I need a nap again.
I mean, I did burn some energy, so yeah.
Quentin
Yeah.
appears in front of all of you.
Oh fuck.
Hello! Thanks, now that you're out of the training rooms. Hello, everyone. Canary.
I'm ruining my jumpy mood.
I
Hi.
just wanted to say that when there are rooms here that you can sleep in and have some time, and like I said, time is a little slowed down here, so you can get a full rest without worrying about taking too much time. However, you can also at any time ask for a replay of any moment from your time in the dungeon sphere while in the safe zone. So while you're laying down, while you're laying around, you can just call for a moment and it'll appear in front of you, almost as if a hallucinatory screen appears in front of you. And you can rewatch your replays at any time. Like when you took out 3 members of the Team Nightwalker. That was fantastic. You could rewatch that.
Have they got any more members?
It's still just the 3, actually.
Okay.
Is hallucinatory the word you're really looking for? Because that doesn't seem like good.
Illusory.
Okay.
I mean, everything in here is kind of hallucination if you think about it. If you are immersed in an illusion, is that not a hallucination?
The amount I want to punch you right now is so very, very large.
I'm also a hallucination.
Yeah.
Hallucination. So that
But
would
we're
not
gonna
work.
get out of here.
Oh,
What?
Quentin, you're in for it.
What
And
the-
Umbrin walks up, totally dry except his hair is wet.
Wait.
You at the bottom of the...
Umbrin!
Bye! Quentin disappears. Psh.
God, I hate
Oh.
that guy.
Umbrin, why were you at the bottom of the pond?
Why wouldn't I be?
I'm surprised you... I didn't want to make assumptions, but you said your body's made of wood, so I thought you would have floated.
No. I've clearly explained before that my connection to the Shadowfell is much stronger, and the Shadowfell is a force that pulls downwards. So
Oh.
when you enter a body of water, which is, the difference of weight distributions, I get pulled down. I am, so to say, denser than I am heavier.
Like a neutron star.
Thank you, Quintilius.
Okay, well, good to know. Did you all have fun in the rooms? I mean, I think Moxie and I did.
Nothing
I-
particularly interesting happened.
I don't think
I
Eddie
beat up
jumped
so
enough.
many things.
I was gonna say, Brina sounds like she had a lot of fun.
I had my ancestors and we had a knockdown drag out fight, which we haven't done in like a million years. It was so great.
Everybody's family's different. Yeah. No,
You don't have knockdown drag outs with the family.
No, it's more passive aggressive family dinners around a bowl of stew.
Oh, see, now that sounds boring. If you just punch them in the face, it's so much faster.
Mary
do
doesn't have siblings, though, does she? Do you?
No, just
Yes.
me and my parents.
Do you count the other kids at the monastery as family? Because, like, I guess we fought, but that was just for training purposes most of the time, except this one jerk, but we don't talk about him.
What's his name, boy?
No,
What's
I don't
he,
like
boy?
that guy in there, but he's dead. He was a boy, yeah. I punched him. A
To
lot.
death?
Oh, he died?
He's not dead,
Oh.
but he certainly has a bruise somewhere.
Recently?
Still?
Bruises
No,
tend to heal
just
quickly, do they not?
Perpetually. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
That's a medical mystery. Okay.
I mean, I gave him a scar, but it was a bruise, but it was a scar.
Yeah,
Trust me.
whatever. You know, bruises, scars, they're like the same thing, right?
I heal people. I know all about medicine.
Yeah, I know medicine and scars.
One time, I hit this dude so hard, he flew over a bench. It was pretty fun.
Oh.
This other time, this guy said I couldn't play with him because I was a girl, so I tackled him, climbed on the bench, and tackled him to the ground. Says, now who can't play because they're a girl?
The amount of people I've assassinated has been numerous, yes.
Okay, time for food. Then Kanar just goes off in the direction of the nearest kitchen and just is panic.
You find the
Foxy
quick
But
just-
I'm on topic,
Yeah.
are I not?
You are.
Umbra doesn't eat.
You
I do.
found yourself find the kitchen very easily.
I'm gonna make some mashed potatoes and it's gonna be okay. We're gonna be fine.
Kanari, I have a new way to mash potatoes.
How do you do? And Kanar just sees a warhammer flying at her and just holds up the bowl of potatoes.
No.
Look, they smashed.
Oh my god! Actually, yeah. Can you come help me?
Oh, efficient!
That's so much faster than doing it.
It's the dwarven efficiency they're always going on about. Build an armor, make fortresses, smash
You know-
potatoes.
You know
Yeah.
what Grandma Lorna always says, why do things in 10 minutes when it can take one?
Yeah, like get bit by a million snakes.
76.
Close enough.
was a very wet year.
Snakes.
I didn't think that snakes would break you guys, by the way. I can never guess what's gonna break you.
It's a
It
mystery.
just happens.
As proven by my facial journeys throughout this entire series, as to anything. You could just be
Sometimes I look
breathing.
over and Wyatt's face is so red. I'm like, are you okay? What did I miss? It was funny, but I didn't think it was that funny. But Wyatt's dying.
My favorite one is, oh, that's not going to matter. And Wyatt flipped out.
Oh gosh, I got it. Never mind.
I may have watched that clip like 60 or 70 times.
Melissa's actually pretty good with those one-liners. The Wendela one-liner of like, I have notes.
I have a list. No,
I have
That
a
was
list. Yeah, I have a
I
list.
have a list.
That was the first episode like I was able to watch live, and that broke me.
So
We
anyway,
need Jacob's beautiful face to keep us all
We
focused.
do.
Otherwise,
I know, right?
we just do this.
where's the handsome man?
It should have been his childhood photo. Of
Oh.
the
Should have
stream.
been the animated one.
No.
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 I love the one with the naughty sign. That was so
I did
fun.
too.
Why did we not like that
We
one?
should have done that one because it is naughty for him to not be here.
Exactly.
How dare he?
And he's so sweet. You can't imagine him ever being naughty.
So anyway, you all make a nice dinner of mashed potatoes and whatever else you want. It's a full kitchen. And you all kind of sit down at a table to sit and eat as a family. Umrin, do you join?
Yeah, I sit and I watch people eat like I always do.
Okay, cool. So you're all kind of like at the table. It's a little awkwardly quiet as you're like eating and all kind of like dwelling back on the experiences that you had in your rooms. Any over dinner conversations that you would like to have?
Should we maybe? Do we want to watch anything?
I
mean,
have
I
a
know
couple
that-
things I'm going to watch, but I'm going to watch them in the privacy of my own room.
Oh, I understand. Number blinks. It's a joke! God, you guys are not getting the jokes today. Disappointed in all of you.
No, I know. just Kanara's just eating salad, just like.
Not that
Okay,
kind of
Kamari.
video, Umbrin.
Anything you can say in front of me, you can say in front of my friends.
I was more thinking. I mean, if we're just able to watch what we did, maybe the Nightwalker fight wouldn't be too bad. At least to know more about the Ranger, and who was the other one that escaped? The monk?
Yeah.
Shadows.
Secrets and
Secrets and
Numa.
Shadows.
Numa. Okay.
The names are Secrets and Shadows. I've already said this.
Secrets and Shadows.
Secrets and Shadows.
Oh,
Do we see it from our perspective, like watching from our own eyes, or is it from the dungeons, from the Scryer spheres? We can
Overhead.
watch the videos from. Okay.
Yeah, overhead. Except
And
you
we
can't
can-
retrieve other people's videos. You can only retrieve things that you personally have been involved in.
Well, I actually went through and watched all of it already before going into the rooms.
that's efficient. That's good.
Thank you.
Did
I've
you-
reviewed our data.
Okay. Anything that stood out, or just?
Several things. Oh, so many things. May I congratulate myself for doing the most damage and for being the fastest person to initiate when combat starts. Also, Moxie, maybe you can be a little faster. Rex will beat you to the punch almost every time when a fight started.
Look, sometimes the fight starts and I'm not quite prepared, but I get up there quickly I can run real fast.
You do.
So-
You have hit things the most out of everyone.
Yeah, so it's fine if I go last. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it.
Congratulations for that. Also, Kanari, Moxie, please try to stay out of danger.
No can
You
do
guys
that.
are running
please.
head first into fights, apparently. Things will not let you live.
You should let me get hit by things because I'm pretty good at that. You guys
Okay.
should not.
If
Well,
memory
next time-
serves correctly, and Kanari's going to pull up the video of them getting attacked by eels and just point out, it's like, I was in the back and I got electrocuted just by standing there. I didn't even move. I didn't even go and engage. I just stood there and I just was minding my own business, and then I got electrocuted and nearly died. So
Moxie's
I don't mean to get hit all the time. It's just things like to hit me sometimes. Okay?
Yes,
I
try
don't
to
know,
be
I have a
better
very-
about that.
okay.
I'm going-
Well, also though, and Moxie's gonna pull up the Nightwalker fight really quick, where she got one shot stabbed, and she's like, "I didn't even know he was there."
Yes, that was a little unfair to you. Your damage numbers are extremely high.
And this guy, and then the Guardian comes up with her fun spin around, which she's like, "Ooh, that was so fun."
that too is a little
It's just her
worried.
getting hit to another one bites the dust. Just.
It's on a loop.
Mhm.
When that one shot by the Nightwalker rogue comes up, Brandon gets real quiet.
So we should
Just by the
all
by.
be a little more mindful of that.
I'll try and keep an ear out for.
Yeah,
things when I'm
Kanori,
hitting.
you're perfect in your reaction times. In the back is the best place for you to be, I would like to think. But definitely, Moxie, step it up. Be faster.
All right. Well, it doesn't happen. I can now reach everyone, so it's not a big deal. I don't understand.
That's true. I'm just saying, of what people expect from, someone of your stature.
Roll
No,
better
that'll be fine.
initiative.
Roll better initiative, Meg. Get
Alright,
better
I'll-
dice.
I'll just here
Roll
and
faster.
Kanari.
There you go.
Let's see if that works.
Kanari will just give Moxie
Oh,
the
you
vigilant blessing.
continuously had the blessing of better initiative. I forgot that.
Half the time it went to Brayna, half the time it went to Moxie.
Yeah,
It went to
I
me
didn't have it all
once,
the
and I
time.
still rolled the lowest.
Kanari,
I
with
think
your
it-
passive insight, you do notice Brayna.
I think as this conversation between Umbrin and Moxie keeps going, Brayna would Kanari would nudge Brayna, be like, "Hey, you okay?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it something you want to talk about without everybody here?
Uh,
Uh,
I
Sorry,
suppose.
well-
Go ahead.
oh, I was gonna say, Kanari would mind link to Brayna and be like, "You wouldn't have to say it out loud if it makes it easier."
I'm supposed to protect all you guys, and I failed miserably here.
None of us knew he was there. It could have happened to any of us, and I don't know if you noticed, but I kind of lost control for a minute there when Moxie went down. And
No, just-
Kanari just shows the inky black of the Twilight Sanctuary where there's not a
Somehow
star
it
in the
seems to
sky.
cut through the darkness. You can see everyone still, even though at the time you couldn't see. And you see Boy transform into Brayna.
You see Umbrin take that swing against nothing, and the bard's 2 feet off. It's like, I watched that several times. I remember now.
No,
I'll do
this
better.
is going to be a good reminder.
We can bring the past with us. And I mean, it can affect many, many things in our lives. And you know better than any of us. Your ancestors are with you all the time. But you can't let things that happen in the past dominate everything. You can't constantly live there. You do many, many wonderful things, Brayna.
Sorry, my cat is not cooperating.
Moxie's still here. We're all still here. You've done your job. And you're a very good protector. You've kept me out of danger and carried me when I got paralyzed by a hell wasp. And I think, why can't I remember my own character's name? Jesus. Kanari will pull up the video of when Brayna was like hauling Kanari out of that like hell wasp when she was like completely paralyzed and just like couldn't do a single thing.
And that one time you picked her up from the spiders.
Yeah, just it's like
Moxie was having none of that.
Moxie was
When you
way
see
ahead.
Moxie 400 feet ahead of the group.
Yeah, right.
You also might remember multiple moments where Brayna's strength was able to let you all get over cliffs, get through different barriers and obstacles. All because
That time
of her.
Brenna did damage to herself punching a rock wall to climb up it when Umbrin had just bought a grappling hook. If you had
One time
waited
Brayna
like
punched
a
herself to
second
keep
and
her
a
rage
half.
going.
Yeah, right.
The second damage Brayna ever took, that time she punched herself.
My point is, I admire you. And I wouldn't be here without you. And I know Moxie and I talk about us being best friends all the time, but we are friends. I mean, at this point, we're kind of a family. We're bonded in this hellscape that is a sphere that is just nothing but dungeons and apparently gateways that open up into dark dimensions and dreaming dark. My point being, there's going to be a lot of things to hit. And you are the person that we need. Always, and I know you'll do wonderful. Just enjoy it now, and you can look back on it, but just please I don't want to see you suffer. I don't want to see any of us suffer.
Thanks, Kanari.
Anytime.
This girl's got to stick together, right?
Still gonna watch.
Shut up, God.
I thought that was Rexel. Like, oh, when did you get back?
Rexel just comes up, drops the dagger on the table, and leaves.
Thank you. Oh, by the way, Rexel, before you go, take this animal messenger. I've stolen it out of Moxie's bag.
Oh, yeah,
Actually,
here.
you know what? It's canon. Frexel does exactly that.
He
Canon.
pops up.
But yeah, when you get back, just send us an animal messenger. Okay, bye. We love you.
Yeah,
I
well,
also have sending.
us Team Reaper has to stick together, right?
Mm.
Oh, here's your dagger, by the way.
Okay, I'm gonna leave now. Bye, guys.
Actually, I have more stuff to do.
Okay, bye. Sorry.
New knife. New
Animal
knife.
messenger.
Take this to let us know when you're done.
He grabbed it. All right. So, anything else before you finish up dinner and go to bed?
I don't
Any
think so.
disclosures of Lightborn destinies, gateways, anything? No, you don't
Messages
have
from
to.
The outside world. Magic items to take.
Any revelation of guilt and shame? No. Okay.
No,
All of-
but I feel like Moxie probably would be like, oh, at like one point she'd be talking about the jumping, and then would be like, oh, also, I got told that I'm Kanari's protector.
Aw, how sweet.
Uh,
And then she like elbows Kanari.
yeah. So, slight update on the whole dark conduit thing that I told you all earlier. Apparently I am officially known as a gateway to the dark Korai spirits, and whenever I try and contact my core eye, there's a chance that evil things could come out instead.
You need to contact your cars. What'd you say?
Core eye, it's
Brandon cannot say that. I can say it. Brandon cannot say
yeah.
it.
It's just,
Melissa can't say it in the accent, so Rena can't say it.
Irnak is her name. You could probably call her Ire.
Do you have to? Do you have to? If there's a chance for bad stuff, then why? Then do you have to call them?
No, I mean they could. I wouldn't have to contact them, but if it's a way for us to get extra healing. So if somebody does end up going down, I can react in the moment and make sure that they get up. It's a kind of a last case scenario. If I can't reach them in time, my core eye can move faster than I can. And I mean,
so lesser two evil things.
Ideally, I haven't summoned a dark spirit yet, and if I just maintain a path of light and joy and focus on good things, I should be fine. Might be kind of hard to do in a dungeon.
Just remember the jump room.
Just think happy thoughts, Canary, and you can fly.
And then you two.
Oh, I can also fly.
Patronus.
I can
Wait,
fly
what?
now.
Oh yeah,
What?
I remember that.
Yeah. Here. Kanari will summon the Twilight Sanctuary and start like running, using her Steps of Night.
It's kind of like the guy from Doctor Strange who had those boots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's little like discs of like
Or
very
is it
adventure
like
bit.
in Onward when the
Ooh.
magic kid
Oh,
can
yeah,
summon
that
those
too.
discs and run across? Because that was
Yeah.
dope, and I want to do that.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah, it's kind of a combination of both of those.
it's similar. It's within that realm.
Oh, I figured out a new thing I can do too. Moxie, try to punch someone that's not me.
Okay, and she just goes to like punch Canary, because of the two, that seems like the better option to punch. She's a little worried about actually hurting Umbrin.
Punches Umbrin's shield.
Yeah.
and Brandon will call her ancestors and do the ancestral spirit guardian. So they like block the punch.
Did you get the block?
Huh?
Did
Ghostly.
you get the block and whirling dervish? Did you get two?
It's a class feature.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. That was more practicing a class feature. That first one.
Okay, okay.
But yeah, so this ancestor actually lurches out, and their hand goes through Canary and catches Moxie's fist to stop it.
Oh, this is
Ooh.
weird.
Excuse me, sorry. And then
See,
throws her fist
I
away.
can
And then you
I can
turns
ask
to
my ancestors to intercede so that if somebody's attacking you, they might not hit as hard. They might still hit, but they can stop it a little bit.
Well, that's cool. Does anyone want to get stunned so I can show you what I can do?
Stun me.
I
Okay,
must
so-
admit,
Canary just
everyone
flinches.
has received. Everyone has received wonderful, amazing new abilities. I have not. I can now run faster
I mean, running fast
Run
is
away.
good.
and talk. Okay. I'm sorry to disappoint.
You're not disappointing at all.
I have
so.
disappointed myself.
Okay, well.
I mean, you are the fastest person on Team
and he's
Reaper
back
now.
to being dramatic.
Thank you. That is what I was going for. I appreciate you noticing.
What is Umbrin's speed?
Umbrin can now run 30 feet, action dash, and bonus action dash
Rogue.
continuously. Does not stop. Some people might have to use a key point for it.
Ah,
Some people do, but also, I can just run 45 feet by myself, so. I'll get there eventually.
now we're doing a speed measuring contest.
Uh,
Actually, you all are trying to race each other now.
That's,
I was gonna say, with that, she's just gonna like punch, use like stunning strike on Brina, to stun her.
Brandon
really quick.
will purposefully fail.
And then
She's like-
she'll use a hand of healing on her, and that then can now end a disease or a condition, including stunning. So
Oh. Immediately, this hand heals you for whatever damage you took, and you feel as though your body's like rigidness just
and she's
completely
like-
dissolves away.
Oh my god, that was so cool. I was stunned, and then I wasn't. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that's cool.
and I can do that if you're blinded or deafened or paralyzed or poisoned. Well, I mean, you probably won't be poisoned, but other people might be poisoned.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't be poisoned, but that's okay.
For
Oh, and
people
also-
not aware of Umbran's character sheet, instead of being a 6th level shadow sorcerer where I would get my Hound of Ill Omen, where I could summon a demon dog to chase people down, I've taken 2 levels of rogue instead. I'm still a 4th level sorcerer, which is why I feel so inadequate compared to all of my friends who did not.
But you got shiny new
But
items.
soon.
So the shiny new items will help.
Did your
you
sneak
all.
attack go up at all? Oh,
It never will. I'm not taking a 3rd level of rogue.
Oh, that's okay.
But
It's
you
still-
get dogs next time, right?
Uh-uh.
Oh,
I don't
2
get
more,
dogs till
okay.
level 8
I couldn't remember what level it was.
because I suck.
No.
you have a very cool character, Yuri.
Yeah.
Thanks. That's what I'm here for, being cool, but not as efficient as I could be.
You have
dinner
done how
ends.
much damage?
So
Number
far.
1, but on a technicality.
So
Whatever.
dinner ends, and you all go to sleep.
Brayna fully is in her room, just watching Moxie get one shot, and then rewinding and watching it, and rewinding and watching
Brayna, no.
it.
Oh no!
But then right before she goes to sleep, she'd go to the part where she fully makes click clack road hash and watches that a couple times.
Don't you just love when you watch yourself murdering?
Pretty much.
It's really calm.
Doesn't make you feel like a psycho at all. Umbran goes back and he sits on the side of the pond again. And he stares up at the moon.
So there's no moon. It's just like a giant crystal embedded in the ceiling of this room that simulates
Why do you think
the
I
moon.
quotation that?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for the
view.
audience, here's what it looks like. And after an 8-hour rest, you all arise. But Kanari wants to do something.
Since I still have a 3rd level spell slot to burn, could I try and cast Sending to see if it works outside of the sphere? I actually have 2 3rd level spell slots.
Who are you trying to send to?
My dad.
Your dad.
I had his name somewhere in here. When was the last time we were at Rest Stop? I feel like that was...
That was a few episodes ago.
Yeah, that was...
I don't know the amount of days. So do you want to do this before bed?
Yeah, I'd like to use both of them. Otherwise, I'd try and contact... I'd try it on my dad once, and then...
When you try on your
Zinnia.
dad once, you feel as though the spell works and that your message has been sent, but you don't get a reply.
What did you send?
It said, "Hi, Dad. It's Kanari. I miss you. Made it to level 2. Any word on Korai? Tell Mom I love her."
One more hand.
Okay, bye, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that would be... Okay, bye. Yes.
Okay.
Perfectly in
bye.
character. Okay, so like I said, it gets sent. You feel like it's sent, but you don't get a reply.
Okay.
You still want to use the second one?
Yeah, I'll contact Zinnia from Team Phoenix.
Okay.
Hi, Zinnia. Kanari. From Team Reaper. In level 2, checkpoint. Entering soon. Meet you at level 2 checkpoint.
7 more.
The reply comes back and says, "Oh, I thought you were Canary of Team Sphinx at first."
You still have 7 more words if you want.
Let us know. Let us know. If meet somewhere else.
That's it.
All right, no response.
We're not technically at the level 2 checkpoint. We're at the space in between
Yeah,
levels,
the
right?
rest stop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just misspoke. I hope they got it. And I think Kanari will go to sleep for the night.
All right. About 4 hours later, you're awoken with your dad's voice yelling at you. Yes, about the core, I have so much to tell you. I've discovered so much. I can't wait to speak to you at the next checkpoint. And then you hear like a few seconds later, okay, see you soon.
That's what I was waiting for.
I think Kanari just rolls over and screams into a pillow.
Time dilation.
I just noticed the ish on the overlay because I'm slow. Like I saw it go through chat, like you saying ish. I was like, what does that mean? And then I just noticed it right now.
Just be level 1-ish.
Ish.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think Kanari would. I mean, does she need another 2 hours of sleep probably, and then like you need like light activity, or she'd just pass out and then wake up. Her hair is just like a rat's nest, and just be like,
Whatever you want.
Not sending in checkpoints anymore. Bad idea. We are not
Safe zones.
safe
Or
zones.
just send earlier in the time so it doesn't wake you up in the middle of sleep.
Or we'll get up for the day.
That made me really happy. Anyway, you all wake up in the morning. Well, morning. The crystal is shifted to what appears to be sunlight.
Well,
You hear birds chirping, by the way. Squirrels running about.
Brina comes downstairs a little more chipper than she was in the evening. I definitely had a great night. How about you guys?
Yeah.
In her accent.
I mean, nothing happened, so
Definitely did do anything.
There's a
weird or
note.
anything.
From Vrexel. Yeah, so I'll need a little bit more time. But I'll meet you out in the dungeon. I can prepare spells that make me faster. Love, Vrexel. From Stromskis.
Vrexel von Chomsky. Sagenstein McPuffet.
Yeah.
Sagenstein McPuffet.
Yeah.
We know his name.
Glad somebody does.
It says, go into the dungeon without me. It'll be okay.
Okay.
Just now, by the way, the Google Doc has decided your name should be Kanari. None of the other ones it did, but now it's insistent. No, Google Doc, we've been over this.
And it should be Canary or Canary?
That it should be Canary.
Oh my goodness.
It didn't mind all of the other Canaries, but now it minds.
Like, whoa. Hang on.
We let the first 300 go. We draw the line at 301.
Right.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say that once they're getting ready to go into the sphere, Kanari would cast aid on herself, Brina, and Moxie again.
Oh, I suppose we should do the long rest so all my stuff comes back.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Kanari would just be like,
There you
I might just start doing this from now on. We can use all the extra hit points we can get. Umbrin, since you don't get hit very often, I hope you don't mind.
Oh no, do as necessary.
Okay.
As needs must.
And that's 5.
Yep.
Max
5.
HP.
Yep.
It's not temp, it's max.
Yep, it is max.
8
Cool.
hours.
I am at 69 HP. Nice.
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 I'm sorry, was
Alright.
that just Sabrina?
Brayna, you,
Okay.
and Kanari. So Kanari's actually where I would prefer her if I had rolled better hit die.
Umbrin, I presume, might be a little bit giddy to be able to test out the new dagger.
New knives, new knives, new
And
knives.
are you wearing the earrings?
Oh, sure am. I attuned to them last night
You were surprised that they.
while I was sitting under the water.
You were surprised that they stayed as earrings when you left the room because you thought that the things in the room might be temporary. But you think this might be a similar effect when your pearl transformed into 2 earrings. You think it might be a similar effect to how that silver raven transformed into an owl while Moxie was holding onto it, or that Lightbringer had the starry pattern as Kanari was holding onto it, and
Or
stuff
Moxie's
like
new
that.
cloak of protection turned purple.
Yeah, exactly. Which now matches the cloak and
In the actual
in her
picture,
actual
yeah,
image,
yeah.
Yeah.
So, you're starting to piece together that there might be something in the dungeon sphere where magical items are. They're establishing a brand. You have a brand.
Did Kanari's boots of elven kind change in any way?
If Kanari wanted them to. Yeah.
I mean, they might just change colors, but Kanari likes being outside and camping and stuff, so I think she'd probably be fine with They might turn like a more like fall color, like orangey, like more kind of autumn, since she's very autumnal.
That is very right, Moto. Branding is important.
And not Moto, where were you when I made the spaceship joke the first time and nobody, and Rexel and fucking Jacob smiled and Moxie like laughed a little, but don't
Yeah.
appreciate my space.
If you were to think about it a little bit deeper, you think that maybe Quentin uses the brands that like is being established as like a selling point. If you were to think about it deeply.
Brayna wouldn't.
Kanari doesn't think about him.
But
So
what were we
there's
talking
an-
about?
There's like a seething hate always in the
Yes.
back of Moxie's mind.
Wait,
There
wait.
is
Quentin.
Oh, okay.
an
I thought
archway.
someone said Rexel. I'm like, we don't hate Rexel.
Oh no, we love Rexel.
There's an
No.
archway in the far reaches of this room that is a large double door that leads out into level 2 of the dungeon sphere.
We ready?
Onward to level 2.
Onward and inward. Normally I'd say upward, but we are not going up.
Above the
We
door,
don't
you
know, we
actually
might be going
see words. It says
Legible
level 2.
words?
Yeah, it just says
Sick.
level 2. And then the door begins to creak open. And they spread apart, and you are able to venture out into level 2. Do you leave behind the safe zone?
Yep.
Brayna walks forward.
As
If
you
it needs
walk
to use
forward-
the bathroom, do it now. Not stopping on the way.
As you venture forward into level 2, the doors shut behind you. And
Bye,
You actually-
Rexel, we barely knew you.
See you later.
and
I leave a message in Thieves' Camp that says "Rest in peace."
as you look around, this isn't the dungeon that you had been in on level 1. You look around, it's dark. You look behind you, and you came out of a large Gothic castle out of its front gates, front door. And then you see further on a noir dark fencing with a gate that you can also open up and pass through. And beyond that, you see foggy, dark trees twisted and you hear crows cawing. That's my best crow noise. You see bats.
This is the murder house.
God
from
damn it, we're in
Strahd.
Barovia.
I'm gonna lose it. I will walk out of the show.
Trails winding around like serpents, mists hovering over those trails. A cat rests upon one of the terraces, one of the pillars of the fence. Its tail flicks back and forth before it dashes out into the night. And as you're looking around, you see an illusory sign above you that just is like kind of like glimmering and sparkling. And it says, Level 2, The Haunted Lands.
Well, I think I'll fit right in.
If you look back, there is a symbol or some words, some illusory words over the castle that says, now leaving the Endless Caverns.
Oh.
Endless Caverns was the name of level 1.
Mm-hmm.
Is this
We're doing
similar
pink.
to?
Sorry.
Is this similar to like previous years from what Kari would have seen?
You know that the levels always have different twists, but it has never been this extreme. If you look overhead, you see stone ceiling, almost like the roof of a dungeon. It has some dips, it has some stalagmites, stalactites. It's actually pretty far up, maybe like 100 feet or so. And then the same crystals that had shown the moonlight in the safe zone are showing the moonlight around here, as if this place is going to be a realm of eternal night.
Oh, good.
Right
That
at
means
home.
dawn will never come.
Now, Jeb, would you consider this dim lighting?
It is all dim lighting. Picture, like, if you've ever seen Dark Souls or anything like that, it has that vibe.
Brina has pulled Lightbringer and is just kind of holding it.
Bring the light.
That lights up, right? I'm not making that up.
Yeah, it needs the command word. Bring the light, but that's.
Should it be like
Like
a
Dev said.
Locomora? No, it's Lumos, isn't it? Never mind. I'm good at my Latin Harry Potter spells.
It becomes bright as a torch. 20-foot radius of bright light, and then an additional 20 feet of dim light.
I mean, not that this really matters, but this is real oppressive, I think. So let's.
What is this level called again?
The Haunted Lands.
Lands.
Haunted hills. The hills are alive with the sound
With the
of
sound of-
screaming.
Haunted.
With the sound of screaming ghosts.
When you first said that we exited out of the Gothic castle, I was like, man, Resident Evil 8's just getting to everybody right now.
Love my big tall wife.
Okay, well.
I very strongly believe Lady Dimitrescu should have been the third boss and not the first.
Hard agree.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
Anyway, Kari will look to everybody and just say, well, in for a penny. Well, in for a copper, in for a gold.
Yep.
You all feel a little more grateful for Kanari's command over the undead.
Hey, now I can talk to all my undead peoples. No.
Rena, what if you could collect some more ghosts and they could join your little ghost family?
Well, I do. I will need some help in terms of some of this new stuff that I can do, so it might not be a bad idea.
As you proceed forward, the fence, the outer gates, creaks open. As you approach, without anyone moving them or touching them.
Is this place just going to try to creep us out like all the time? Because I have a feeling that's going to get old.
Oh, look at this book right next to me. Oh, I believe it is Van Richting's Guide to Ravenloft.
Oh my god, unbelievable.
Yeah, it is Barovia.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Well, other domains of Druid, but
Brenda, if you're feeling frightened already, I have bad news for you.
Not frightened. Creeped out and frightened are two different things.
You should just stop being creeped out because it's going to be a very long level then.
It's beyond this gate. Multiple different paths that lead into this dark forest.
Just remember, we are the scariest thing in this dungeon. At least I am.
The forest
Yeah,
almost
Team Reaper.
immediately starts off after the gate, by the way.
As Rexel would say, tally ho.
Which path are we taking?
Let's say that
Forward.
there are 4 paths before you.
Should we flip for it?
1, 2, 3, 4. They're all going like.
is there one path that looks more, hospitable than the others? Is there some sort of can I tell, get on the ground, see if there's other paths that have been well traveled, or?
I'm gonna say that no matter what you do, they're all gonna feel as though they're leading you towards doom.
Do any of them look more traveled?
You can give me an. Let's say that's an investigation check,
Oh no.
because you would have to get close and kind of like.
Just like in Atlantis, you just have to eat the dirt and just.
If only Rexel was here.
Yeah, I got a 4.
Max,
No.
you think that the third trail has been the most traveled? You don't know why. It's a gut feeling, though.
I say 3. But that's, who knows?
We could just. Any objections to 3, or?
Would we
Did you
like
want-
to flip 2 coins?
Someone else can look at the path, but
I flip 2 coins, I mean roll a d4.
Yep.
Umbrin says as he holds up 2 coins.
I'm all for it.
He flips 2 coins and he catches them with perfect accuracy in his robot hands. It's a 3!
oh, well, there you go.
You all think that Moxie is like she knows what she's talking about. You think? I mean, she can talk to mushroom people and whatnot. Like maybe, who knows?
My protector would never leave me astray. Just
Yeah.
I got us to that one place with the cockatrices that one time, right? That was a pretty cool place to go.
And you move forward down path 3. Quickly, the forest consumes the path behind you, and the castle disappears out of sight. And you're looking around. Smells of
Teen spirits.
wet, mildew, mold. It's not. It's damp. And Moxie, a spider, starts going down a web, unbeknownst to you, and then lands on your shoulder. You don't
so
see
she
it at
noticed-
first.
So she noticed it on her shoulder?
You don't notice it at first.
No.
Goes and then just lands. I need everyone else to roll me perception checks.
The first roll of the night.
It has been a
16.
14.
30-20.
Woo.
Everyone sees it but Moxie. Because it's like out of your sight.
Brayna's just going to quickly. Phew.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand check.
I'm actually not bad at those. TBH. Except when I roll that.
Oh no.
Come on, Moxie, I got it.
So that's a 4.
So you miss, and the spider actually jumps up onto Moxie's face and bites her in the face.
God, what the fuck? She punches her own face.
You squash the spider, but I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
All right. Wow, I'm not doing great today. 4.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
It goes into you, and all of a sudden your cheeks start swelling up a little bit, and you are poisoned
Can't you get rid of things?
for the next hour.
Moxie immediately spends. Oh shit. Well, hang on, I gotta find it. And I normally do it as part of my thing, so I don't actually know how many it takes.
And as this is happening, you notice as you look up that dozens more spiders are descending from the trees above.
No,
Oh,
I don't
no.
like this.
Oh
Everyone's
no.
gonna flip his hood up over his hair so he doesn't get spiders in his hair.
Right?
And almost like a blanket of webbing is throughout the canopy, and the spiders begin descending upon each of you.
Dislike.
Everyone
Dislike.
except Umbrin make Constitution saving throws again as each of you get bit.
Do I need to make another one?
No.
Is this a poison? This is a poison effect.
It's a poison effect.
Saving throw?
Yeah.
16.
16,
24.
you succeed. 24 succeeds. So, what do you do?
Ouch. That hurt. Like for real. I think it
Moxie-
my job.
Moxie's face is
Moxie-
still swelling up. Half of her face is like,
So Moxie is going to. Did I take any damage from it, or it's
nope,
just
you just got poisoned.
poison? Okay, well, I'll spend a key point and heal myself, and when I do that, I'll also remove the poison condition.
Also, awesome. So you actually glow a little bit, and the the swelling goes down and shrinks back to your normal face. Now what do you do?
Let's go.
Start booking it as spiders start falling and like landing on the ground. It seems as though this was designed potentially, and you start running forward, and the spiders actually start chasing you and become like swarms.
Can Ari throw, as they're running, can she just start throwing sacred flames kind of at the back to try and like just spark things out and just like kind of create a little bit of buffer between us?
Yeah, so as you have some sacred flames going down, stopping the front assault of these spiders, you just see that there's like an endless supply of them just like landing on the ground and crawling after all of you.
Can I uncork a vial and just fill a vial full of spiders?
You know, Brandon, you totally can, because even if they bite you, you're fine.
Yeah, I just gotta make
So
big
you're like,
bottle.
oh wait, I have an idea. So go ahead and give me an animal handling check as you attempt to know enough about spiders and their movements to get them in a vial. You rolled a 1. So the spiders instead jump up and start crawling into your joints and into your body.
Awesome! Don't even have to use the vial. Just keep them with me.
No, I hate everything.
I also like to think Jerome is sitting just under
he's
the
like,
hood, and he's just eating spiders.
he's gonna be so fat.
About Jerome.
No, you know who Jerome's gonna be, Wyatt. You know who Jerome's gonna be. He's gonna be Bogriel, the Frogriel.
He is very happy. I think blue is his happy color. I forgot to make the color chart. Whatever.
Can't believe you forget Jerome like that.
As you keep running, you actually
Yeah, Umbrin had left Jerome at the pond when he went into the room, so he was sitting there. That's why Umbrin had to go back to the pond to hang out with Jerome and pick it back up again.
I thought you said
That
you
makes
forgot
sense.
it there, and it's like, oh my god.
I know, right?
No.
sending Frexel now, Jerome. So as you're running away from these spiders, the swarms start increasing, and you see in the distance a sort of like cut in the ground that a small, or it's a narrow waterway or river flowing just enough to where like you could probably jump over it. The bridge that spans over it is all crumbled and dilapidated. But you could potentially jump over it with a good enough athletics or acrobatics check. And spiders don't swim. They can kind of just like be on the surface of the water, but they would be carried away by the current, from what you can tell. So that's an option.
Okay, so this is what I think. Brina would, as she's running, grab her rope, kind of tie it to a tree or a rock, or like stick a rock underneath, or stick a rock on top of it, and hold onto it and jump across.
Since it's kind of like in the heat of the moment, you don't have much time to be able to repeat this if you fail. We're gonna do a survival check on that.
Yay! Just gonna try to do it, see what happens. Been rolling kind of crap so far with 2 rolls that we had, but that's
The forest from where the spiders are coming is actually covered in webs now.
that is a 13 on the die for a 14.
That's good enough. So you're able to successfully secure it.
Yeah, I think she would put a big old heavy rock on top of it so that when everyone is over, she can yank it with. Because if she tied it, then it wouldn't come with. Do you want to get over, and then you guys can use this if you need it? Okay, Marie's gonna jump across.
All right, give me an athletics or acrobatics check.
Okay, it has an A by it, and I don't remember if that's for something fun or if that's
Your squat nimbleness.
Squat nimbleness. You are correct. Okay, so it's just a normal. 17 on the dice for a 25.
All right, you successfully leap over this narrow river.
So the rope's there if anyone needs. Maybe advantage for everyone else.
Everyone else does have advantage.
Sweet. Moxie is definitely swinging, getting across as fast as she possibly can.
25 as well for acrobatics.
25, you successfully get across. You can flavor it however you want. You don't even have to flavor it. We can just say you do.
My cloak is just beautiful when I run and I jump. It's beautiful. Umbrin is the epitome of grace and dexterity.
And
Sparkle.
then right behind that is Moxie just utterly screaming, and she basically just grabs it and swings. Still it's like a George of the Jungle, like ugly screaming. With a 26 is what I rolled for acrobatics.
Watch out for that tree!
Watch out for that tree.
She face plants right into the tree and is fine. She doesn't care. She's on the other side of the spiders.
You successfully get across. Now, Kanari.
I think Kanari would be like throwing a few sacred flames and then turn over to Brandon and be like, "Do you want the rope?"
I'm just gonna pull it. Just get across.
You're gonna pull it down a tree?
No, there's a rock on top of it.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Kanari will go across. I mean, acrobatics and athletics are the same. She'll try athletics. Why not? Oh, thank God. Dirty 20, but the other one was a natural 1. So, woo!
Oh, wow.
Thank
Good
God.
thing for advantage. So you make it across, and everyone seems to get across, no problem. No stumbling.
As that happens, Brina will yank hard on the rope.
You yank the rope back to return it, and also to prevent any of the spiders from using it to get across. And this massive, like, tide of spiders just stops at the edge of this river. And then they disperse back into the forest.
Hold on, I'm gonna.
You're still on the path, by the way. The path carried over this bridge to the other side when the bridge was there.
Now that we're not running for our lives, can I attempt to coax the spiders into a vial? The one's still on me.
Yeah, give me another animal handling check.
Oh, much better. 17 plus 2.
You managed to coax the spiders out. Even though you don't feel pain or anything, you can still like kind of locate where they are somehow. And so you actually like reach in nimbly. You might even like do like get in there, pull them out, put them into the vial. Yeah.
I quickly put it in my bag so Moxie doesn't see them.
You have 4 of them.
Hoping to get many more.
And they're like this big.
Oh, never mind. They're much larger than I thought. I will take the 4 of them.
You had a spider this
I was
big in
thinking
your face.
spiders. I was thinking like spiders like these.
Right here.
These.
That is going to be the only spider-involved thing of this level. I figured we would just get it over with.
Hey guys, you're welcome.
Why would you send that?
I'm so excited. Oh no! I don't like it.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much. Kanari doesn't like. She can deal with spiders, but Wyatt absolutely hates them. Ugh.
Anyway,
God.
the area you are now in after this leap of faith is a hilly, rocky area with several different trees up on different altitudes. There's stone that seems to be unnatural, however. That might have been bricks at some point, stone bricks. And if you look around, you see a few of these, but this area seems to be pretty overgrown with grasses and vines and plants and weeds. I need everyone to give me a perception check using hearing.
Guidance on myself. I keep forgetting I have guidance as a cantrip.
Hey!
That's a 24.
18.
17.
All right, you all stop because you notice that the sounds of the crows, the sounds of the bats, the sounds of the winds, the various different sounds that you had heard in this forest so far, nothing. Completely silent in this area that you are in.
Seems ominous, but nothing to immediately worry about.
Brayna trips over something on the ground,
Ouch!
and you fall prone. You didn't see it, so you didn't get advantage. Just kidding. I'm doing it for narrative purposes.
What the heck was that?
When you look at what you tripped over, you clear some of the grasses because it seems interesting. This isn't just like some rock that came out of the ground. And you move some things and you see writing. It's written in common.
What
It
does it
has-
say?
A date to a date and then someone's name.
Told it there gotta be zombies.
May he rest in peace.
We're in a graveyard, guys. Be careful. Also, try to not disturb the grave sites because if someone else calls upon their ancestors, they need to be interred properly. Thank you.
Is that how that works?
Yep.
You're starting to see more of these headstones, some ruins, some larger statues that were probably for like more prominent people. And then in the distance, you see a small mausoleum. That's what they're called, right?
Mhm.
I think Kanari would kind of, seeing that we're in a graveyard, I think she'd kind of hold on to her holy symbol just a little bit tighter. Yeah.
If only you were a paladin. Could do divine sense.
Well, funny you should say that. I'm going to cast Detect Evil and Good because I decided to randomly prepare that today. It's like, I need another
No
first level.
random.
Let's just... Well, no, I needed another first level, and I was like, Dev has thrown some weird stuff at us. Why not just... I don't know. It's a gamble trying to figure out what you're going to throw at us every single week. I'm like preparing spells for them.
So when Kanari does summon something from beyond the veil, she can tell if it's good or evil or not.
You get overwhelmed by the amount of desecration in this area. It's completely surrounding you, and it's almost like oppressive in how it feels because of this spell. And you do sense undead all around you. And then the ground begins rumbling. And stones and ground and grass and trees begin moving as suddenly an arm pops out of the ground, and then another, and then more pull themselves out, but then they start coalescing together, and they start forming together into one large clot of zombies. And before you stands this huge collection of these bones and flesh and corpses.
Well, that's not how dead things are supposed to be.
And then it lunges at you, and that's where we're gonna end the episode tonight.
So it's a zombie amalgamation, or
It is a zombie clot from Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft.
Kanari is still concentrating on detect evil and good, and that has a duration of 10 minutes.
Sweet.
Just so
Also, it smells really bad.
Just so I
Very
remember this for next week, I'm saying it out loud because otherwise I will forget.
So here's what. Here, I will post what it looks like in handouts.
Oh, good. Because I was imagining something from Dragon Age, which is also just an amalgamation of dead bodies, so I'm
Yeah,
excited.
there it
to see what
is.
else- I hate that.
it's
Oh.
not
I hate-
good.
This
It's
Oh
like
like,
no!
It's like the
Oh,
spider picture
no.
that was posted, except it's dead bodies. So
there's just a spider that crawls out of one of the zombies' eyes. Just
fuck that.
Oh no!
It's
The
like,
spider is piloting it like it's a mech.
God.
Oh
Spider-Man.
no!
What, a single spider.
Dislike.
Alfred's like, oh, I'm gonna put it in the
Next.
vial.
Oh god, I need to just do something in cast chat to get
I was gonna do something.
that.
ugh.
The fun thing about being a warforged, none of this bothers you. None of this is bad or weird
So-
or an affront against nature. It just happens.
Anyway, great episode, everyone. Lots of things happened. Who knew that this was gonna be like such a big, deep episode? I didn't. I had nothing. I had plans. Kanari's and Moxie's thing. What did I write down? But then all I wrote was training, relaxation, venture into next level, gothic. Yep.
You folks get to see firsthand all the planning we put into the dungeon sphere. Apparently, it's none.
So much. Well, the cool thing about the dungeon sphere, how I set it up, is I have a lot of things already planned and pre-planned and everything. So.
No planning.
It works.
You're first.
All right. So that was such a good episode, but it is now time for us to get into announcements. Melissa, would you like to announce something that happens on Wednesdays?
Oh, yes. So you can find me and Dev and producer Ryan, who's not on camera, playing in the world's greatest dungeon. It's a good time. We are
We're actually-
coming real
yeah.
close to the end game.
Final
So,
stretch. Time to fight a
you've only
volcano.
got you've only
God.
got 30 episodes to get caught up on before Wednesday.
Krakatoa!
I better start.
So that's NBD, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You
No
can do
problem.
it.
That's going to be a lot of fun. Every so often we'll have kobolds and quizzes and kobolds, so keep an eye out for that. And then, does someone want to tell us what happens on Fridays? Because I can't remember.
It is after the fall. I
Oh,
believe
yeah!
7 p.m. Central Time. I believe that's right. Unless it's just like World's Greatest Dungeon where
I think
it's
it
at
got moved
7:30.
back to 7:30.
Okay.
No. Kobolds got moved back to 7:30. After the fall is still 7. Ryan's going to
Okay.
post it somewhere. Ryan can post it in the actual stream chat. So
Yeah.
he
but,
can clarify any of our mistakes.
They are both 7
They're
p.m.
both 7
Central.
p.m.
Wonderful. Thank you, producer Ryan. But After the Fall is a wonderful new show DM'd by our producer
Wonderful
Ryan.
producer Ryan.
Yes.
Mhm.
I feel like I keep saying wonderful producer Ryan, like just as many times in this.
That's his
sentence, so-
actual name. Like he changed
Yeah.
it legally.
Oh,
Yeah, he went to the.
goodness.
I think SOS is where you do that. You get. He
What a
went,
long
it's
name.
Like, yeah.
Wow. But anyway, it uses a cipher system. It follows a group of 4 friends in their wonderful time as they are exploring a kind of post-apocalyptic Minnesota. Magic has come back into life, and now our
Minnesota.
Minnesota, yeah, sure, you betcha,
Minnesota,
don't you know?
oh,
We're gonna
yeah.
have some
Yeah.
hot dishes,
Oh, yeah.
hot luck.
Oh my
Whoa,
god.
whoa, whoa! Calm down with your
Oh
dishes
my god,
of
my
luck.
brain just blacked
I don't know
out.
what's happening.
It happens.
It's okay, Valley
Yeah.
Girl.
Oofta.
It is
Totally.
wonderful. It's awesome. You should definitely check out the cast, and everything is amazing about it. I can't stress that enough. 7 p.m. Central. First episode is going up on YouTube tomorrow. So to be sure to look for that. Follow us on YouTube.
I think this episode's going up tomorrow. The
Oh,
first
this
episode of After
episode's-
the Fall.
it's already
is
up.
Should be up.
It should already be a bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
There we
So
go.
so and it's
gonna
only
be-
one. It's only one episode, so much easier to catch up on.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, this is only episode 9. You can catch up on ours easily. May as well do both, right?
Do 'em all.
Just
It's
watch
fine.
everything on the channel, like it all, subscribe.
And like, if
Yeah.
you are actually watching this either now or in the future, you could always like copy the link and then send it to somebody
Do that.
to watch.
Also,
because we're awesome.
Also, go to the YouTube channel and subscribe there because we are super close, super duper 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 close to 100
Mhm.
subscribers on YouTube, which lets
yeah.
us fix up the janky URL. So,
Yep.
do that.
Whack.
Also, I have a small announcement. Done the Dungeon Spheres over on Tumblr.
It is.
And our player cards are up there. So if you wanted to know everyone's stats, awesome cards were made by Dev. You can go see them. And then those stat cards also link to our introduction videos.
That's
So if
much
you're
fun.
new and you haven't gotten to see our intro videos over on YouTube, that's a great way to go over and check them out. And I'm going to post the link to the Tumblr so everyone can go see that. Because I don't think the stat cards have been posted anywhere for the public. But I've taken the initiative to put them on Tumblr.
The question is, are the fanfics going to be posted on Tumblr?
We have one fanfic. I don't know if I should post it.
Because Tumblr's the place for that.
It would be.
That's where it goes. Additionally, follow us on all the socials.
You betcha.
Yeah, sure.
I
And
Okay,
there's a
calm down.
there's a Discord, so go there and chat with us. Share just like the dankest of memes.
Only the dankest.
Only the dankest.
That's
And-
pretty tasteful.
Huh?
Yeah, they have to be
memes.
tasteful and dank.
At
Dank's
the same
pretty good
time.
at sharing some pretty dank memes. Not gonna lie.
Was there anything else channel wise?
A little bit more paint didn't happen before the stream today due to illness because something's going around Ryan's household. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
a lot
sure.
of shows got canned this week, but next week everything should be back, I think.
No more
So-
illness.
Everything should be great.
Which reminds me, public health announcement. Wash your hands.
It's still very important to do, even though
Nasties.
vaccines might be ending more.
All the good things. Those are like standard health things to follow. Wash your hands. As soon as you get back in the house after you go out, wash your hand. There is a reason I am playing a cleric. It's because I work in public health. Wash your hands.
Yep, PSA from Wyatt.
And I touch everything.
Yes.
Yes,
If you go anywhere near
Melissa.
Meg, wash your
going-
hands.
I was going to say
Yeah.
also personally I have my own personal channel, twitch.tv/Brayna, very original. So follow me there. If you go into my VODs, you can find me and Meg and my brother Johnny Ty 07, that's his name, playing Phasmophobia last Friday, and it's super scary. And I didn't check my audio as we went live because we had a massive amount of technical issues. So hopefully it's not too janky, but it was super fun. And me and Meg and my brother had a ridiculous amount of fun getting killed by very, very scary ghosts.
God, that stupid baby.
That stupid baby. Oh my God. My brother clipped his getting killed by that baby and it is freaking hilarious. I made
terrible.
If you've ever want to see Melissa and Meg just get absolutely owned by a baby, you can go
Watch it.
do it.
Yo,
Watch me bankroll and die and get killed by a stupid baby.
It was pretty
A
fun. We might
baby.
have to do it again at some point. Maybe we could do a Scryervision Phasmophobia night. That might be
That sounds
fun.
terrifying.
Yeah,
A baby
it's
killed
so
you?
fun. Yeah, there's this one ghost that's a disgusting baby, and it just like
I
spider
will-
crawls across the floor. It's terrifying.
I will grab
Gross.
my brother's clip that his viewer clipped of because he made some very fun noises.
I have had nightmares about ghost zombie babies.
I mean, you should definitely play
Attacking
Phasmophobia. It's so fun. We
When
should
I
all
did
play
the
it.
first time, it said my name. It said my name. I was like, nope, done. I could not.
Guys, when I play Minecraft, I don't even play with the sound on. Like, the sounds of Minecraft are too scary for me.
Oh
No.
my.
Nah, that'll be fun. We'll have to do that maybe on a Saturday or something.
Moto gets it. The baby is the worst.
The baby is the worst. It's the worst ghost. It's not like there's a dude with like a butcher knife. There's a dude with a hook hand. That baby is the worst.
Men, not scary and intimidating. Babies, terrible.
Also, everyone send good vibes to Melissa because Melissa submitted something for the DM competition that Wizards is
did.
putting on.
I did.
So-
If I don't get in, which is likely, I will post that as bonus content on the Discord for people to see because I had fun writing it.
Well,
Yeah.
when you get in, we'll all cheer for you.
Yeah, so look forward to that. Send good vibes and into the universe for that to happen because Melissa deserves it. Melissa is very
Yes.
creative and clever. We love Melissa so much, and she has a sweatshirt with a cat pocket.
I do.
But yeah, I think that's it for tonight.
Yeah.
Bye.
Pretty much.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.